know. Did they chase every shadow, every sign, or fade out on the steepest climb? If truth is heavy, let it show. Let the whole strange story glow. Anime hearts won't let it go. Oh, Santa Claus and Sailor Moon.
There I am. Hey, we are waiting for Mo to show up. She just ended her show. I saw that she rated us. Hey, Mo, and she's a raid. Yay! Oh, yeah, Ronan. Yeah. Now, we planned it this way, sort of. So, yeah. Oh, what a day it was yesterday. I watched some of the housekeeper's testimony and a little bit of the cross-examination. And then I heard about the artist in the audience in the courthouse, in the courtroom. And I thought to myself, yeah, I want to know as little as possible before this recap, sort of. And so what we are going to check out is afternoon of yesterday, of course, in a higher speed, of course. And with as soon as Mo shows up here, we are going to have snark discussions, something. Because I read social media, and it seems like I am of a different opinion than most people regarding who is doing good and who is doing bad. First of all, I don't think anyone is doing particularly bad in this trial. Neither the state nor the defense. It is a very, very clean trial compared to every other fustercluck I get my hands on. But as I said, the entire week, when do we get the actual evidence that proves beyond a reasonable doubt this is what happened? Now, I do know from when Jeff covered this case back in 2024, I know what should be showing up later in the trial. I'm just surprised they haven't gone into those things yet. And I'm starting to worry, did I miss a lot of things pre-trial? Because how much of what we know will actually be evidence admitted in trial? And here to help us, hey Mo.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, by the way, I sent off that new intro to Fiverr.
Oh, awesome
Yeah.
sauce.
Yeah. And so around March 5th, I will get an answer. I spent $80 so far.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And for a 3-minute. Yeah. And he says, fully music synced anime music video thing. And he has a lot of good reviews. He is at 4.8 after over 700, 4.9 after over 700 reviews. Now,
Oh, that's really good.
yeah. So, yeah. so it's a 5-day delivery. I handed over the thing that you saw now in the intro, plus how we actually look. And yeah, I am eager to await the result, and if I have to make some new suggestions and stuff like that. I kind of want Mr. Jingles in it now when I think about it.
Yeah, I feel like he does need to be in it.
Yeah, and maybe you will have. Do you want Dingus in it?
Dingus or Thor,
Yeah.
they seem to be fighting for supremacy.
Oh,
But Thor
there's
might be easier because he's
yeah,
all just one color.
yeah, and Mr. Jingles. I mean, he is our boss and supreme leader. That's just the way it is. I mean, his Mr. Jingles, his idea of affection towards me is to hurt me, and yeah. Oh, and by the way, this evening I have planned it for 6 p.m., but we don't really know when the trial when today will end. But it's planned for 6 p.m. I'm hoping Mo will join.
I should be able to.
Yeah. And I got half a promise from MG Law. I got a maybe from Steve Gosney.
Ooh.
And I got I'll pop in from Nick Rekieta. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see who ends up showing up and who won't and stuff. But that is the Slightly Buzzed panel show at 6 p.m. or, well, it depends on when this ends today. It depends on
Yeah.
when this ends.
I mean, I think Monday or the one day I was able to do, they ended around 7-ish my time, so 5 there.
Okay. But it's Friday. You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Or they might go late because Wednesday was a very short day.
Yeah, that's the other things. It was a bit odd, and then I know that the housekeeper was the next witness, and she's gonna be long because
Yeah.
she's integral to the state's case, but I'm sure the defense has a lot that they're gonna
Yeah.
cross her on.
Oh, definitely. And I heard a bit about in both the states and the defense case, and it will be interesting how she seemingly, once she was facing decades in prison, suddenly remembered, oh yeah, Kouri, yeah, sure, I bought fentanyl for her. Isn't it amazing how people who are facing decades in prison suddenly have the information the investigators need? It is uncanny how often that happens.
Well, yeah. I mean, it
At
just
least, at least this is not the normal prison snitch who just happens to be in the neighboring cell.
yeah. I mean,
A person who actually worked for her.
yeah, but, it'll be interesting to see if the jury ever does speak out what they made of this particular witness, because I I do wonder what they make of these witnesses who come out of prison, I mean,
Mm,
and seem to have all this information that really lines up with the state's case.
yeah,
Do they critically interrogate that, or,
yeah,
"Hey, the state said it, must be true."
yeah,
It'd be
and
interesting to see how juries interpret that.
yeah, and I know that I hear it a lot. That well, they have nothing to gain, and I'm like, okay, let me talk to you about Munch from the Zachariah Anderson case, who swore up and down, and the prosecution swore up and down, no, there's absolutely no guarantees he will get off from his charges. He walked free 3 months after the sentencing. He is now in Florida, under arrest. He's now in jail again.
How could
Yeah.
that happen? He was such a good person.
Yeah, he was only facing life in prison when he suddenly was placed with Zach, where he claimed that Zachariah confessed to him in his sleep. And apparently, that jury bought it. So, yeah, you never know. And I always say this, a prison snitch has nothing to lose and everything to gain. Because if they are believed, they are out on the
Yeah.
streets again. If they are not believed, nothing changed. They are still facing
And
prison.
this would be the witness where I think that it would be okay to let Doogie Howser at law kind
Yeah.
of off his chain a little bit, because I think
Yeah.
this is the witness, because I think he could be effective, but he came on too strong.
I think he blew that with the first witness. He should have saved it for this witness if he is the one that actually does the cross-examination. I think he
Yeah.
blew it with the first patrol officer, never been anything else but patrol officer. Nguyen, whatever his name. But folks,
Yes.
I say, let's see, because yeah, we are joining them from after lunch yesterday, and on the stand is Kouri's former housekeeper turned snitch.
Joe, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? Please have a seat.
Please proceed.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Would you pull, you can sit wherever you're comfortable. If you would just pull the microphone closer to you, it's easier to move that than the chair.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll see if that's close enough.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mr. Glover.
What, ma'am, is your name?
Carmen Lauber.
Do you spell your last name Lauber?
Yes.
It's indelicate, but how old are you?
54.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a direct support intake. I work with people with disability.
Okay, ma'am, we're gonna have to get you to, hold on,
Just pull it to the edge of the.
get it right up. Yeah, it's gonna be annoying to you.
Okay.
Push it back a little bit.
Just like- yeah, that's like-
Okay.
It's like right here.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm sorry, again, please, what do you do for a living?
I'm a direct support intake. I work with people with disability and mental challenges and stuff.
That is a very nice way to say she sits and watches people walk by.
Yeah, but I guess
It-
my question would be, is usually you have to have a background check with a job like that. I used to work with adults with developmental disability, and there are frequent drug tests and background checks. So I'm kind of shocked that, I mean, maybe the rules are different in Utah, but I would think if she had any sort of criminal background, that would prohibit or keep her
Or
from
if
doing that.
she got help getting that job. Maybe that was a perk.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Do you have a history of drug use?
Yes.
When did that history begin?
6th grade, I was smoking pot, and then it just varied up through junior high and high school.
How did it vary up?
Through cocaine, through pot, through mushrooms, LSD, acid, just drinking stuff through junior high and high school.
Did it continue into adulthood?
Yes.
For how long?
For quite most of my adulthood.
Have you ever sold drugs?
Yes.
Do you have a criminal history involving drugs?
Yes.
Does it involve drug possession?
Yes.
Does it involve drug distribution?
Yes.
Do you have felony convictions for drug distribution?
Yes.
Are you currently on a type of probation for drug distribution?
Yes.
And are you on a probation for a felony drug distribution?
Yes.
Is that probation in Wasatch County's drug court?
Yes.
What is drug court?
Drug court is where you go in, they give you the tools to rehabilitate yourself. They give you groups, personal therapy, one-on-one treatment. They give you random UAs. They have you complete an MRT book. Just tools to rehabilitate yourself.
When you say UAs, is that urinalysis testing
Yes.
to see if you're hot for drugs?
Yes, we would call in daily, and you would either have a number or a color. And if your color or number was called, you had to go to the 5-minute clinic and do a UA.
And is the idea behind drug court that it's a rehabilitative program under court supervision?
Yes.
And that if you complete the rehabilitative part of the court supervision, there's some benefit to your pending charges?
Yes, it's a plea in advance.
Okay, and a plea in advance means it doesn't go down as a conviction.
It doesn't go on your record, yes.
Are you also pending charges in Wasatch County for marijuana possession and possession of a gun by a person who's prohibited from possessing a gun?
Yes.
Are you sober now?
Yes.
How long, ma'am, have you been sober?
A little over 4 years.
Is that the longest time in your life since 6th grade that you have been sober?
Absolutely. Except for the time I was pregnant. It's the only time I quit. And then I'd go back to being high. But yes, 4 years, a little 4 years.
It is longer. I apologize for interrupting you. We're going to make a small adjustment. Turn the mic a little bit towards me. We just need to line up with your face a little better there, and then pull it forward maybe 1 inch. Okay,
I
let's
feel
try
like it's
that.
jumping out.
Yeah, you just, and you can lower it
Okay.
a little if that's a little more comfortable. There you go. Please.
Are you represented by a lawyer in connection with your testimony here today?
Yes, I am.
Are you testifying pursuant to several grants of immunity today?
Yes.
Is one of those grants of immunity in a letter from Summit County?
Yes.
Is one of those grants of immunity in a letter from Salt Lake County?
Yes.
Is one of those grants of immunity in a letter from the federal government?
Yes.
And is there also an understanding between you and Wasatch County, or at least your attorney and Wasatch County, that there's immunity for the gun and the marijuana in Wasatch County?
Yes.
And do you have those 4 grants of immunity because you have committed crimes in connection with this case in all 4 of those jurisdictions?
Yes.
What is your understanding of those immunity agreements?
With proceeding forward with the truth, and there will be no charges filed back on me.
Do you understand that they require you, in order to avoid criminal exposure, they require you to testify today truthfully?
Yes.
Do they require you to testify?
That is the wording on most of these things. But here's the thing. That always bugs me is how convenient that truth aligns with the prosecution's wants and wishes.
Yeah. And
Now,
how does she still have a case pending if she's been clean and sober for 4 years? Did they immediately put that case on hold to have something to hold over her?
yeah, that is that is the standard. Yeah, we can liberate you from these, but if you screw up, you're back in prison. Now, here's the thing. Let's listen to her and listen to the cross-examination. I might change my mind about her specifically. It might just be that her truth actually aligns with the prosecution's, because it is the truth. But generally, I say this every time. If you need a snitch to prove your case is weak.
By today fully,
Yes.
regardless of who's asking you the questions.
Yes.
And that if you don't testify truthfully and fully, you could lose all of that immunity.
Yes.
Did your lawyer assist you in getting that immunity?
Yes.
Did he advise you of the potential criminal exposure you face if you lose that immunity?
Yes.
I need you to speak up just a
Yes. Sorry.
little. I need to remind you from time to time.
Yeah, because
It's not
it's
personal.
like, yeah, you're fine.
Did you interview with investigators before you got immunity in those cases?
Yes.
About how many times?
Six times? 6 or 7 times?
And over the course of those 6 or 7 times before you had immunity, about how many hours total did you speak with investigators?
Give or take 10, 15 hours?
Why did you speak with investigators before you were granted immunity?
Well, after they told me what I was being held for, sorry, I wanted to make sure it was the right thing to do, if this is actually what happened.
What do you mean, if this is actually what happened?
They told me that Eric had died of an,
Well,
Your Honor, if I'm aware.
what are we?
Yeah, need to be very, very careful with the wordings here. You already have a witness who screwed up.
Yeah. Now, so her kind of nonchalance, maybe it reads so odd to me because I would be nervous regardless of why I was on stand. So it could either read as very calm that she knows she's telling the truth, or like she already knows the deal's in the bag. So
Mhm.
I don't know.
Bloodworth, please continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Lauber, I just asked you why you testified before you had been granted immunity. You started to say that the investigators told you that Eric had died. Is that right?
yes.
Can you please pick up your testimony from there?
When they had first told me that, when they first mentioned that Eric, I already knew Eric had passed away. But when they had mentioned that it was from an overdose, that hit hard. Only for the fact,
Oh, those are not nice eyes. That's a death stare. And it's ice cold.
Yeah, but the problem with Kouri is that she's trying to look intimidating, but she can't pull it off. I'm not intimidated by her. I mean,
It's just like watching a 12-year-old make a death stare.
Yeah, it's like when the youngest most feral tries to put some bass in his voice, like, "No," and I'm like, "Get the heck up there and take a shower."
If you don't shave yet, that's not your voice.
Yeah, it's like a chihuahua trying to stare you down like, "Arr," and you're like,
Do you know I can drop kick you?
"Yeah."
If you can treat a dog like a football, it's not a dog, it's a toy. I'm joking, folks. I'm joking.
Yes.
Mm.
That if that's what happened, I needed to step up and take accountability of my part in this that happened.
Here's what I know. She needed to step up. Da 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 da. Why did it take another year and a half, 2 years, to actually step up?
Yeah. And
Why
look,
did you wait until you were facing decades in prison?
yeah, and again, why was the accountability not there when you weren't going to get anything from it?
Yeah. Yeah, JKD, but Kouri can't make a death stare, but she can make a death cocktail. Yep.
I need to send Mr. Mo out for some ginger beer now.
Cock and bulls.
Yeah, I'm gonna write it down on my next grocery list, and he's gonna like, "What in the hell?"
Say this fast 5 times.
Yes.
Now, my initial, I still stand by everything I say about these prison snitches and deals. I don't sense a lie here.
I
Or
I think she's
disingenuous.
trying. I- This reads as genuine to me, but I will say, having lost close people to me from addiction, I'm never a good judge at these because
Yeah.
there's too much personal that I'm like, I don't trust anything you say. So I tend to not be a good judge.
Mm. And as J.K. Debug says, Michael Jackson's doctor got prison time, right? I mean, giving drugs that kill has a penalty. Yeah, that must be factored in here. If she goes to the cops with her criminal history and said, "Hey, I supplied her," yeah, you're going to prison. So,
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be any different. I mean, if she had just given it out to a teenage kid, I mean, would she be getting immunity if she, ratted out where she got it, if she gave it to a bunch of teenagers or
yeah.
other things?
Or what I was asked for. At first, it took a minute to process everything. Sorry.
That's fine. Is it fair to?
Eric's sister, you might need to take lessons on actual tears on the stand from this
no,
lady.
this is just annoying to me. Why are you gonna get fake lashes if you know you're gonna be crying? This is just so irritating.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I did not have that perspective.
Well, no, it's more theatrical to me.
Mm.
This whole if you really feel it, you don't take time to make sure you don't, mess up your eyelashes. To me, if you're gonna cry, don't worry about don't I have a lot of things wrong. First, dress up for court. Look, I'm not asking you to, wear your Sunday best or a suit or go buy something new, but at least a nice blouse, not a flannel, something. And if you know you're going to be crying, don't wear freaking fans on your eyeballs.
Summarize, though, that you interviewed with investigators before you had immunity, in part to take accountability for your part in Eric's death.
Yes.
Was another part of the reason you spoke with investigators prior to a grant of immunity was that you hoped you would eventually get some benefits, some grants of immunity?
Yes.
Before you interviewed with investigators prior to the grant of immunity, right, the 6 interviews over 10 to 15 hours,
Hmm.
had you consulted with an attorney?
No.
Had you reviewed any materials to prepare for those interviews?
No, I was in jail. I was in, yeah.
Did you meet with your lawyer to prepare for testifying today?
No, I didn't even. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm confused. Sorry, ask the question.
I'll ask it again. To get ready for today, did you meet with your lawyer?
Oh, yes. Sorry, in the back room. Yes, sorry.
Not just today. Let me just ask generally. To prepare, you knew today was going to come, right?
Oh, yes.
In order to get ready for today, over the course of the several weeks or months, have you met with your lawyer to prepare to testify like you are now?
Yes.
In the course of that preparation, did you review any materials so that you would be ready?
Yes.
What did you review?
Some of my testimonies when I was in jail and some pictures and data from cell phones. And
Ma'am, did you know Kouri Richins?
yes,
How did you know her?
I worked for her aunt for LTD's personal house cleaning.
Oh, her aunt.
And as part of working for
Huh.
Kouri Richins' aunt's house cleaning business, did you clean Kouri Richins' home?
Yes. Every other Friday, unless she needed an extra clean or a deep clean.
About how long did you know Kouri Richins?
I worked for her aunt for 9 years.
And did you know Kouri Richins that whole 9 years?
Yes. We got to know each other throughout the years.
Did you also perform other cleaning services for Kouri Richins?
Yes, when I wasn't working for Doreen, I reached out to her and asked her if she had any house cleaning or landscaping or anything that she needed help with.
Did you ever discuss your drug history with Kouri Richins?
Yes.
How so?
We just talk about how how I was going in drug court and when I would graduate, and she would reach out and ask how things were going, or if we'd run into each other. I tell her I'm almost graduating.
And that's the drug court in Wasatch County.
Yes.
When did you go into drug court in Wasatch County?
Late 21. I had my evaluation in 2019 and I entered in late 2021.
So then am I right that your drug court discussions with Kouri Richins would have been while you were in drug court beginning in late 2021?
Yes.
Did you know Eric Richins?
Yes.
How did you know him?
I cleaned his house, and he'd come in and he would joke with us that we were there a little later than what we should have been. And he'd tell us, get out of here. We're working past 5 o'clock. It's time to go home. So I've gone to their house with my grandkids on a barbecue when it was one of their son's birthdays with her aunt.
Did you know that Eric Richins owned a stonemasonry business?
Yes.
Did you know any of the workers that he employed in that business?
No.
Did Kouri Richins ever ask you to purchase for her illicit drugs?
Yes.
How many times?
4.
Did you purchase illicit drugs for her?
Yes.
How many times?
4.
When you purchased illicit drugs for Kouri Richins the first time, who did you purchase the drugs from?
Susan Kohler.
When you purchased for Kouri Richins drugs the second time, who did you purchase the drugs from?
Robbie.
By Robbie, do you mean Robert Crozier?
Yes.
How about the third time?
Robbie.
The fourth time?
Robbie.
Let's please begin with the first purchase of drugs for Kouri Richins from Susan Kohler, okay? How did Kouri Richins approach you about purchasing drugs?
She had reached out and asked if I could do her a favor, and I said, yeah, probably, what is it? And then she had called me and asked me if I could reach out to somebody for some pay meds for an investor that she knew. And I told her I could see what I could do. So I knew Susan Kohler was still using at the time, an active user still. And then Susan Kohler reached back and told me she knew somebody that had some pain meds.
It's a lot of you just, thank you.
Okay.
How did you know Susan Kohler?
She used to work. She was working for Doreen at the time.
And how did you know Susan Kohler was an active user at that time?
Because that's one of the reasons why I quit working with Doreen, because they were still active users.
So you had worked with her at the time?
Yes,
Knew she was an active user?
over the year, yeah.
When did Kouri Richins approach you that first time to get drugs?
February 11th, February 10th, right around there.
Was it February or was it January?
Was it early February?
Early February?
In January, early February.
I'm so sorry, Ms. Lover. I'm sitting within 3 feet of you and I
Sorry.
can't hear what you're saying. I just need you to speak louder,
Okay.
like louder than you just did.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay,
And
sorry.
we're gonna treat that as the floor. It's that point and louder, okay?
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Okay, so sorry.
it's okay.
About what time? Month, beginning month, end of month? Was it end of January, early February, late February? When was it?
Early February.
Would that be 2022?
Yes.
How about the money for the drugs? Did Kouri Richins front you money for the drugs?
For Susan?
Susan, I'm only talking about Susan
Okay.
Kohler now. I think that might be confusing.
Yeah, no.
I'm only talking about Susan Kohler.
No, she did not. I had given Susan the money.
Okay, how much money?
$600.
What drugs did you ask Susan Kohler? What type of drug did you ask Susan Kohler for on Kouri Richins' behalf?
Just some kind of painkiller, an opiate.
And you gave Susan Kohler $600 of your money.
Yes.
What in return did Susan Kohler give you?
A couple hours later, she returned back to my house with an envelope full of pills.
Like what type of envelope?
Just a mailing envelope.
A normal letter?
Just a white envelope, yeah.
Did you look in the envelope?
No.
How did you know it was full of pills?
Susan told me that's what was in there.
Did you feel the envelope?
Yeah.
Did you feel like there were pills in
Yeah,
it?
they were just little round pills.
What did you do next?
Then I had texted Kouri and told her that I had got some pills for her and asked her what she wanted me to do with them. Told me she would, it was late when Susan returned, so she showed up in my driveway the next morning.
Okay, when you say she showed up in your driveway.
Kouri.
Kouri Richins showed
Yes.
up in your driveway the next morning.
Yes.
Did you hand Kouri Richins the pills that next morning in your driveway?
Yes.
Did she give you any money for those pills?
Yes. She gave me back the 600 that I put up for him.
You mentioned you have this part of this transaction with Kouri Richins and Susan Kohler involved text messages. Do you have any of those text messages?
No,
Do you know what happened to those text messages?
I deleted them
Why?
because if I had lost my phone or anybody else got a hold of my phone or anybody in drug court wanted to see my phone, it was evidence that I was not following drug court rules. I was still involved with people that were using,
It was evidence that you're dealing drugs,
And-
right?
participating in selling drugs.
Let's talk about the second time that you purchased drugs for Kouri Richins, which is am I right, the first time you purchased them from Robert Crozier?
Yes.
All right, let's talk about that first purchase from Robert Crozier. How did Kouri Richins approach you on that purchase?
She had reached out to me in text message, said that her investor needed or wanted something stronger. And I kind of told her, well, I can reach out to the people I don't know. You just can't say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. When you're buying drugs off the street, you're pretty much purchase what you get. And at the time I didn't know anybody, so I reached out to another acquaintance that I knew that was still using, which would be Nicole.
Okay, you reached out, and keep your voice up, please.
What's that?
Keep your voice up, please.
Yes,
Okay. So you reached out to an acquaintance of yours, Nicole, that you knew was still using, right?
yes, at the time,
And is that Nicole Cummings?
yes.
How did you reach out initially? How did you reach out to Nicole Cummings?
On Facebook Messenger.
Scott, can I get 3-3, please?
Scott, can we go through our normal dance? Would you disconnect? Yes, sir. Back in. I don't know why that happens, but it seems that unplugging and plugging back in.
This is everything.
There we go. For the witness, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Just the witness.
There you are.
I know, like, oh, I can't see it.
Do you see it there?
Yes, now I can.
Okay, and you just, when you turn your head, the light has to follow. There you go. Thank you.
Ms. Lauber, do you recognize that document? It's a, excuse me, it's a Facebook exchange that you had with Ms. Cummings.
Yes, it's off my Facebook Messenger.
And is that an accurate depiction of the exchange you had with Ms. Cummings?
Yes,
Your Honor, the statement was 3-3 and the evidence.
no objection.
State 3-3 is admitted. Would you like to publish, Mr. Blair?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Lauber, do you see there, blown up out of 3-3 where it says, text me, I got a question and won't do it on this?
Yes,
Did you send that message by Facebook to Ms. Cummings?
yes,
And it says on February the 5th, 2022. Is that when you sent it?
yes.
Why did you send that message?
I was going to ask her if she knew anybody that had any pills.
And you didn't want to ask her over Facebook.
No,
Why not?
because once again, that's showing what I'm trying to buy. Illegal activities of drug, buying drugs.
Be good here, that I'm sorry.
Illegal activity of buying drugs.
Thanks, Scott. Did you ultimately speak to Ms. Cummings over the phone?
Yes, I did.
And what did you ask her?
If she knew anybody who had any opiate pills for sale.
And how did she respond?
She said yes, she had a friend that could help me.
And did she identify the friend?
Yeah, she gave me his name. She said Robbie.
And is that the Robert Crozier you mentioned before?
Yes, it is.
Did she put you in contact with Robert Crozier?
Yeah, she gave me his number.
Did you call Robert Crozier?
Yes, I did.
What, if anything, did you ask Robert Crozier for?
If he knew anybody who had any pills, pain pills for sale.
And how did he respond?
He said he would reach out to a couple of people.
Did he ever get back to you after that?
Yes, he did.
When he got back to you, what did he say?
He said he had a buddy that had some fentanyl pills.
What then did you do?
I had texted Kouri back and told her that I had a friend that could get them, but they were fentanyl pills.
So you told Kouri you had a friend to hook up for fentanyl pills.
Yes.
How did Kouri Richins respond?
She said, okay, go ahead and get them.
So, did you go ahead and get them?
Yes.
What was the next step in getting them?
The next step was reaching out to Robbie and tell them to go ahead and get them.
Did you arrange a time and location to purchase the pills from Robbie?
Robbie did actually,
Okay.
because he was coming up from up north. So he had me go to a Maverick off 126 in Draper. It was closer to his person.
Let me maybe do this one more time. The text messages between you and Robbie, do you have them?
No.
Are they deleted?
Yes.
Did you delete them?
Yes.
Because they were evidence of drug distribution?
Yes.
So she
What's the
deleted.
objection?
So she deleted all the texts, all the chats, everything that would back this testimony up. And then the prosecution asked, "Is it because you were afraid of?" What? Let's see.
The text messages between you and Robbie, do you have them?
No.
Are they deleted?
Yes.
Did you delete them?
Yes.
Because they were evidence of drug distribution?
Yes.
So I guess my question is, does the state have other items or evidence to corroborate this?
Yeah.
Because
And folks, who cares if she deleted them? Celebrite can retrieve deleted texts. So, what the fuck?
well, I guess I would have, as a person who doesn't know anything really about this case because I wanted to be like the juror, I guess in my mind, it would make sense if you had someone with a known credibility issue
Yeah.
to have an investigator come in and say, well, we started to look at this. We were confused about these readings. We only found gummies. So we started looking at people around. Where would Eric maybe get this F? You know? So we came in contact with, his housekeeper has connections in drug court. So we searched her to think maybe that was an avenue that he got these illicit substance. So I want to figure out how the investigation went from this is a possible self overdose to this was definitely a conspiracy. Because I'm getting confused because by day almost 5 of the state's case, I shouldn't be confused how this investigation started. Other than it seems like the family didn't like Kouri for, good reasons. But I still haven't figured out how it went from a potential overdose investigation to a homicide.
Hmm.
Because she is seeming genuine with her
Yeah.
answers. So I'm not reading, deceptive from her,
Mm.
but I also
I
I
mean-
just don't understand how this case kind of came together, and I should.
Yeah. And so she got clean, evident. Apparently she got clean. Good for you. Good for you. You also spent from 6th grade up until a few years ago being an addict and drug user. I mean, multiple. And
I want to have
Mm.
more than her word is
yeah.
what? Because look, real life calling a spade, addicts are good at lying or telling you what you want to hear. And very good at presenting, oh, I'm clean or I didn't do anything today. And you get very good at it if you've had a lifelong, job as an addict, basically. So I'm glad she's clean now, but I want evidence to corroborate this. I don't believe women, I believe facts and evidence. I would just like some of them their facts and evidence, if possible.
Objection leading.
I think you're going to testify about a lot of text messages. Did you delete them all
Yes.
for the same reason?
Exactly.
Okay, so you set up to purchase fentanyl from Robert Crozier at the Maverick in Draper.
Yes.
Did you front the money for these?
No. That was way higher.
How much money was involved in this transaction?
$1,000.
How did the money come about? Who,
So I reached out to Kouri and told her yes, that it was going to be kind of pricey. And then so I asked her how she wanted me to grab them. I had to go to the house in Midway, not the mansion. It was a Midway house that she was flipping. And the money would be in there.
okay. So let me make sure I understand. Kouri Richins said she would leave you $1,000 at a small house in Midway.
Yes.
Scott, can I get 8-12, please? Ms. Lauber, do you recognize this photograph?
Yes, I do.
Is that the small house in Midway that you're thinking of?
Yes.
Is that an accurate depiction of the small house?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state moves to admit 8-12.
No objection.
812 submitted.
Ms. Lauber, did you enter that house and get the $1,000?
Yes, I did.
How did you enter the house?
Kouri told me the back door was unlocked.
Was it?
Yes.
Did you enter through the back door?
Yes, I did.
Where inside the house was the money?
In a closet in a box with a couple coffee cups.
Thanks, Scott. So once you got the money, what did you do next?
I had called Robbie and told him, okay, I had the money. How long it would take him to get down from where he was coming from.
Did you then drive to the Maverick and Draper?
I didn't drive at the time. I didn't have a car.
Who drove? Did somebody drive you? to the Maverick?
Yes, Nancy.
Okay. Is Nancy Peters?
Yes.
Where did she drive? Where did she pick you up?
At my house in Heber, off of Center Street.
And then she drove you from your house in Heber to Maverick and Draper?
Yes, down Provo Canyon.
Down Provo Canyon. Scott, can I get 3-7, please? Ms. Lauber, do you recognize that document?
Yes, I do.
Is that an extraction of your some photographs on your from your cell phone?
Yes, it is.
Is that an accurate depiction of the photographs extracted from your cell phone?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state moves 3-7 into evidence.
We'd object. I don't think that Ms. Lauber can identify the Celebrite. Celebrite hasn't even been introduced into evidence. I suppose she could introduce the photos. If they want to pull up the photos separately, but she can't identify the Celebrite, which is not
You can
evidence.
identify them as photos from her cell phone, correct?
I think she can, yes, as photos from her cell phone if they want to show the photos without it being on the Celebrite extraction.
Okay, for the moment, Scott, can
So how did they? So they extracted via Cellbrite photos and stuff. Why didn't they
Yeah.
use the function to retrieve deleted text messages?
Yeah, why wouldn't you introduce the way they've introduced? Normally, there's a pattern to this. You bring in like the foundation, like I caught the
Yeah.
phone, I brought it in a bag, and then you bring
Yeah.
in the forensic detective guy, and he's
Yeah.
like, I looked at the phone, I downloaded it. This is all the crap in it.
Yeah, and the state brought two certified Cellbrite,
Yeah, but
and none of them introduced this. Why? Why is the state so deathly scared about introducing these types of evidence? I mean, first it was, what items did you test for fentanyl? No, secret. And now this? Yeah,
well, I
yeah,
want.
I know, Edward, you can't retrieve all deleted stuff, but you can't find what you're not even trying to search for.
Well, and what makes the state believe that this woman is credible? Tell me, for the love of Cheetos, just explain to me what is going on in the investigation. That would
Yeah.
I shouldn't be begging for this on,
Yeah.
you know,
And even if they don't retrieve the actual text and stuff, they can still see if things were deleted on those dates. That still creates a log that something deleted text, okay?
or
Retrieve
that
text
she made a
passed, but-
phone call, you know, like, hey, she
Yeah.
deleted a bunch of texts, then made a phone call to this number that is associated with this person.
Yeah.
I want some backup that what she says has evidentiary corroboration.
Yeah, and folks, when they're talking about the, I mean, $1,500 for a few pills, that's a lot of money. But then again, we heard worse from the Murdoch trial, where he paid $50,000 for a bag of pills a month. So yeah, folks, rich people are stupid when it comes to money. Though they may not, and often not have, they don't have any idea what a bag of milk cost. They know what wine costs.
Yeah, naturally.
They might not know the name of the wine. Oh, what wine is this? I don't know. It cost $500. That they can tell you. Now, despite all it, I do not get that backbone feeling that she is dishonest. But again,
No.
she's been a user and seller for 30 years. I mean,
Yeah, so,
if there's something users are good at, it's lying. And I may or may not have members, nor maybe in the surroundings of family. Once or twice, there has been, oh, where did the money we lent you for upgrading your car? Because I don't see any upgrades on your car.
yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's like I said, she's coming off as very genuine. She isn't reading like your typical kind of I'm here, but I want the evidence that backs up why the state thought she was credible in the first place.
Hmm.
You,
Your Honor, we're going photo by photo as D1, D2, D3.
let's do that. We'll come back to this. I'm sorry, Counsel, my apologies. Will you approach briefly?
Yeah, and I see the question, maybe she no longer had her phone at the time. Well, they did have photos via Cellbrite from that time. So, yeah, I would assume they had the phone.
Are we on sidebar 28 or 27?
Oh, let's see here. We were at 27. This is sidebar counter 28.
I have it in my notes, so I remember. But
Thank you for cleaning my arm without biting it, Mr. Jingles. Jinxed that, I think.
Where you were,
Jinxed.
or where you were traveling to and from when they were taken?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what?
Can you see 3-7 on your screen?
Yes.
If we scroll down, I think is it 3 or 4 photographs, Scott? Can you scroll down? Oh, there's a whole bunch. There's 6 photographs.
I see 3 on mine.
Scroll up. There's 2 pages with 3
Okay,
each.
yeah,
Is
no,
that
there's
right?
total 6, yes.
Okay. And do you know where those photographs were taken?
In Nancy's car.
As you were driving from Heber to Provo Canyon? Or from Heber down through Provo Canyon to the Maverick and Draper?
Yes.
That doesn't
And
tell me
you see
anything.
the time? Scott, you can bring one.
And by the way, thank you, folks, for being here for our pre-trial recap of this witness testimony from yesterday. We will catch up eventually to today's trial. They will have breaks. They will have sidebars and stuff. We should be able to be caught up by lunch, maybe.
maybe.
Do you see the time?
Oh, yes.
And day on?
Yes, I do.
February the 11th, 2022, beginning at 5 p.m.
Yes,
Is that an accurate date and time for those photographs?
yes,
Your Honor, or actually, Scott, can I get 3-7 Delta 1?
And remember to hit the thumbs up.
Is that one of those photographs?
yes, it is.
Can I get Scott 3-7 Delta 2, please? Is that another one?
Yes, it is.
3-7 Delta 3, please. Are those 3 photographs accurate depictions?
Yes,
I might as well go up to 1.5.
3-7 Delta 1, Delta 2, and Delta 3 into evidence?
Let me know if it's
3-7, D1,
I will
D2,
drop
and
down
D3
to
are admitted.
Can we publish Scott
1.25.
3-7 B1? Is that you in the photograph?
Yes.
Who's the dog?
that is my
It's
super loud
not-
Hemi.
Whose car are you in?
Nancy's.
About my bag of milk. Half the world have bags of milk, not cartons.
Yes, I know it's a Canadian thing, but I didn't know it was in other localities.
Well, I mean, over here in Sweden, we use cartons, but a few places in Europe, some places still have glass jugs.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who's driving that car?
Nancy.
Hey, D2, please, Scott. Is that you and Nancy Peterson?
Yes, it is.
Can I get D3, Scott?
Okay. That's kind of funny.
Another photograph of you and Nancy Peterson?
Yes, it is.
In Nancy Peterson's car,
Yes,
driving to meet up with Robert Crozier, the Draper Maverick, on February the 11th, 2022?
yes,
Meeting, Your Honor.
It's pretty late foundation. Overruled.
On the way down Provo Canyon to the Draper, did you text with Mr. Crozier?
yes, I did.
What was the content of those texts?
Just how far out are you? How long is it going to take?
On the way down Provo Canyon, were you texting with Kouri Richins?
Yes.
What was the context of those texts?
Sorry, it's taking long. I'm headed there now. I'll let you know when I leave the Maverick.
Did you end up meeting with Mr. Crozier at the Maverick?
Yes, I did.
What happened once you
Okay. So now we know they retrieved photos from that trip, meaning they had her phone from that time. Where's the fucking texts?
Yeah, or at least evidence that she deleted stuff.
Yeah.
Unless, I mean, Cellbrite. So part of what confuses me about technology is that it's exponential growth, so it's not exactly linear. So, if you leave for a year, it's able to do so much more. So I don't know what the capabilities were at just a few years ago of what Cellbrite was able to do versus what they're able to do now.
Yeah. And from the Karen Reed case, we know that they had a major update around 2023, 2024. So, yeah.
met there?
He would text me and tell me what kind of vehicle he was in. I would tell him what I was in. He came up to the window. I gave him the money. He told me he'd be back like in 20, 25 minutes. And then he left the Maverick.
So the money that you gave him was $1,000 you got from that small Midway house.
Yes.
Did he ultimately return?
Yes, he came back.
Did he have anything with him when he returned?
Yes, he did.
What did he have with him?
He handed me a little clear baggie with some pills in it, little round pills.
Can you describe, please, the baggie?
Just a little clear baggie. Clear, like a plastic cup clear. You could see it through it.
Okay. Small, big, like
Just a small.
what's small?
Kind of small, like, if you buy a shirt and it has an extra button in it. That kind of size.
Gotcha.
Okay, Nick, pause real quick. I've never done a not street legal pharmaceuticals deal, but do you typically give them the money, let them drive away, and then assume they're coming back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of trust amongst street pharmacists, I guess.
Yeah, because if you start running off with the money, you get a lot of mad junkies after you. Who, I mean, there are easier ways to get killed than running off with junkies' money.
Okay, I guess I didn't know that this was. I would think that it would be like one of those kind of exchanges where, like, you show me the money and I show you the little whatever I've got. Not having been in the street pharmacy business.
Yeah, but it seems like these two had a prior history of stuff, selling and buying.
Ah,
So if just driving up to a corner, hey, you got weed, then yeah, it's like, here's $20, here's bad weed. Allegedly. For the Swedish authorities, I learned this from TV. For those who don't know, over here, you get an obligatory 6 months in jail for half a gram of weed. Half a gram. If you have over 2 grams of weed, it is considered possession with intent to sell. Yeah. You
That
don't want
does-
to do weed in Sweden.
would seem like the perfect place to want to do it. I mean, you're stuck inside, you want to eat snacks, it's winter. I mean, hypothetically, it would seem like the perfect place to
Yeah.
bake.
In 2023, there were 2 people who was charged for unmeasurable amount of paraphernalia. It was so small, the amount, that they couldn't even weigh it. And they were still charged.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Not that Sweden has any more pressing issues.
No,
I'm
no,
glad
no.
you guys are
It's not
taking
like
care
they're
of that.
flying grenades everywhere and stuff. No, it's more important to grab people for weed. Oh, because that it looks good in the statistics. Hey, I busted 200 people for weed this week. Yay! And we didn't solve
A single
the
homicide.
5 murders we had this week. Yeah, but that's just 5. 200 is more than 5.
That is
Yeah.
how math works, Nick.
Yeah.
Did you see about how many pills were inside that baggie?
No, I just sit there and count them. It was 15 to 20 is what he told me.
Did you said they were circular?
Yes,
50
just
bucks
round.
a pop?
Did you notice their color?
It's kind of light green.
What did you do once he gave you the pills?
Left.
Left to where?
Back up through Purple Canyon, back up to my house in Heber.
On the way back to your home in Heber, did you exchange text messages with Kouri Richins?
Yes, I did.
What was the content of those messages?
I let her know that I had him. What did she want me to do with them? I really didn't want them with me at my house.
Did she tell you what she wanted you to do with those pills?
She responded back with, take him over to the Midway house, put him in a shed. There was 3 sheds on that property.
The Swedish government, if anybody is monitoring my Google searches, this is purely educational. And as I see here, Washington state standard. Price of illicit fentanyl in Washington drops to as low as 50 cents a pill. And here she is buying 20 for $1,000.
And you're not telling me she
Ow.
didn't pull out her smartphone or something to make sure she didn't get the right, or she got pain pills? I mean, again, not being a street pharmaceutical student, but I'm guessing that you would want to check to make sure you were actually getting, pain pills and not Cialis.
Yeah. Okay. But again, welcome to wealthy people who uses connections to get their drugs. They have no fucking idea how much it costs. And apparently not this housekeeper either. 20 pills for $1,000? Jesus.
I didn't feel comfortable leaving him in the shed out in the open. So I went to the fire pit and kind of dug a little hole and put the gravel back on top of it and then kind of turned it to the side to kind of cover it up.
Scott, can you bring up 8-13, please? Ms. Lauber, do you recognize that photograph?
Yes,
What does it depict?
that is the house in Midway.
Is it the backyard of the house?
Yes,
Is that a fair and accurate depiction of that backyard?
yes.
Your Honor, the state moves 8-13 into evidence.
No objection.
8-13 is admitted.
Scott, if you could zoom. Is that the shed that you just referenced?
Yes.
Is that the fire pit that you just referenced?
Yes, it is.
So you put the pills that Robert Crozier sold you, the Draper Maverick, in that fire pit?
Yes.
There's no fire.
Not at the time, no. There was no fire.
Thanks. I want to pause on the drug deals for a minute, okay? So we got the Susan Kohler drug deal, the first Crozier drug deal, right? And pause. Scott, can you bring up 2-33, please? Can you split screen it with 2-34, please? Ms. Lauber, do you recognize those two documents?
Yes, I do.
What are they?
Letters from Kouri saying I did some community hours.
Did Kouri Richins give you those letters?
Yes, she did.
Are they accurate depictions of the letters that she handed you?
Yes, they are.
Your Honor, the state moves 233 and 234 into evidence.
No objection other than previous objection that is ongoing.
It's preserved by the record. It's been ruled upon. The court stands upon that ruling. Forgive me, the 2-33 and 2-34 are admitted.
Can we publish those, Scott, please, and split the screen? You mentioned, Ms. Lauber, that those are community service. Those are letters, I guess, evidencing perhaps community service.
Yes.
What's the
I'm so
genesis?
sorry to interrupt.
Sorry.
Yeah, we just need to speak a little louder.
What's the genesis of these letters? Why these letters?
I was late for a couple of groups, so I got sanctioned from drug court to do 10 hours of community service.
Okay. So group therapy sessions.
Yes.
And because you were late, they're court ordered, aren't they?
Yes.
Because you were late, the court ordered group therapy sessions in drug court. Am I right? The judge sanctioned you to community service.
Yes.
Then did you approach Kouri Richins about getting community service letters?
I'd asked her if she knew anywhere I could get a letter with the head on it saying that I did some community hours.
Scott, maybe pick the one on the left and blow it up so that we can just read it a little bit easier. Thank you.
So, thanks, Kouri, for writing me this letter, getting me out of community service for not doing my
this is
bond
probably
restrictions and stuff.
a dumb question, but did Kouri actually have access to a horse barn or a stable at this time? Or was this a completely made up thing?
I have, let's see, at our rescue ranch in Hanford, Utah. So, she might have worked there or helped there, or they not necessarily lived there or owned it. Or, this is the Richins family is fucking loaded. And while I was looking for everything, that house they lived in on the cul-de-sac, apparently the land stretches out behind that house down to something. They had 10 fucking acres of land.
I mean, it looked like a really nice house, so I wasn't. But that's what I'm wondering. Is this something? I guess my question is more: is this something that Eric's family had access to, but Kouri was able to get letterhead from, or?
I have no idea.
Because it seems like something you'd be able to check, like, does anyone actually have a horse rescue? You know?
Yeah, maybe, but then again,
who's really,
who's really
looking at
checking?
community service hours?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd think the drug court.
Is the other one similar? Maybe you just look it up. Yep. Ms. Lauber, did Kouri Richins hand you those letters?
Yes.
Did you perform that community service?
Absolutely not.
Have you ever stepped foot on a Circle R ranch?
No, I have not.
Did you submit those community service letters to the drug court in Wasatch County?
Yes, I did.
How'd that go?
Not too well. I ended up in jail for a day and
What?
got more community hours.
I guess they did check.
Ms. Lauber,
Okay.
you were in drug court on a felony drug distribution charge, right?
Yes,
You just testified that you bought drugs for Kouri Richins,
yes,
which is more drug distribution, right?
yes,
And you just submitted a fake letter, 2 fake letters, to the drug court judge, right?
yes.
Why on earth would you do that?
Well, I obviously didn't have time to do my community hours because I was reaching out to a lot because they're in picking up pills.
Well, why would you try to put one over on the court at all?
In the early stages of addiction, when you're slowly getting clean, you still test the waters. You're not ready to surrender yet. You're not sure about how much you can get away with and what you can't get away with.
So at that point in time, did you think you could get away with more drug distribution and fake letters?
No, not get away with it.
Let's try.
Yes, I did.
Have you since surrendered to drug court?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's turn back to the drug deals. We've been through the
You know,
first
I
one with
will
Ms.
say
Kohler,
that's very
and the
honest.
second drug deal, but the first drug deal with Robert.
Yeah. I mean,
She's coming away as very genuine, and I say this as a person who has a very hard time dealing with people who had
Mm.
a history of addiction, but she's being very honest. People that are thinking about getting clean often
Mm.
struggle with, well, how clean is clean? Does
Mm.
clean mean I can still hang out and party
Mm.
on weekends, one weekend a month?
Yeah, and the amount of people I've seen in Judge Simpson's arraignment and pre-trial stuff that, your bond condition was no positive drug. Yeah, I didn't think they would start testing that soon. So they went out on one last bender. And residue was still in their body like 3 days later. And
Yeah.
quite common.
So I will say, as someone who genuinely doesn't like people who have something to gain, her testimony is coming
Mm.
off very genuine
Yeah.
when we've seen quite a lot of these. And
Yeah.
I will say she's one of the very few that I think genuinely is trying to be honest. And that's
Yeah.
rare.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to say, I don't get that normal vibe I get with prison snitches. I don't. I'm just trying to come to terms with it, that this might be one of those rare occasions where the state's wants aligns with the actual truth.
Yeah. Normally I call BS, but she's and it's rare for me, especially with this type of fact pattern in her past, for me to, say this, but she's genuinely coming off as credible. And
Yeah.
I didn't expect that to be my impression coming in. So
No, I
I will say I'm kind of shocked by that.
yeah.
Okay, let's turn to the second drug deal with Robert Crozier, okay? You all right? I'll take a minute.
No,
Did there come a time when Kouri Richins again approached you for illicit drugs?
yes,
Do you want to take a minute? Let me know.
no, I'm good. I'm fine.
Do you recall about when that second time with Mr. Crozier was?
Still in favor. I'm not exactly sure of the date.
I'm so sorry. Could you just say whatever you just said again a little bit louder?
I said I'm not quite sure of the date.
When Kouri Richins approached you that second time involving Mr. Crozier, what did she ask for?
She said her investor needed something a little bit stronger. And I proceeded to tell her, like, it's not something you can just, when you're buying something off the street that the man made, you just don't say, hey, this is what I want to order. She told her you get what you get.
Did there come a time when she asked you for the Michael Jackson stuff?
Yes,
Was that this time?
yes.
What did you understand the Michael Jackson stuff to mean?
I actually wasn't sure. I had to Google it.
So you said it was ultimately this third buy from Robert Crozier. Did Kouri Richins give you the money up front for the third buy?
Yes, it was the Midway house sale.
Was it the same way she,
Same little house in Midway.
okay.
Back door.
Did you enter the back door of that little
Yes.
house in the way?
Yes.
Did you get some money? Do
Yes.
you remember about how much?
About $1,000.
Was it cash?
Yes.
Was it cash the other time also?
Yes.
Once you got the $1,000 out of the small Midway house, what did you do?
I texted Robbie.
What did you say? What did you set up with Robbie over text?
Just saying, hey, does your friend still have any of those left? And then of course, it doesn't happen right then and there. I could text him, he'd say, I'll get back to you in a couple of days, I'll see what I can find out. So then when Robbie texted me back, I let Kouri know that I could get him, and then head back down, had Nancy take me once again down Provo Canyon to the Maverick on 126.
Just like the time before.
Yes.
Like before, were you texting with Robert Crozier on the way down to Canyon?
Yes.
And what was the content of those texts?
Same text. How much longer? How far out are you? Because he always had to find a ride as well.
Were you texting on the way down Provo Canyon with Kouri Richins?
Yes.
What was the content of those texts?
Same thing. Sorry it's taking long. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'll keep you posted.
When you arrived at the Maverick, were you still texting with both Robert Crozier and Kouri Richins?
Yes, I would text Robbie and tell him I'm here at the Maverick. How much farther out are you?
And what would you text?
I would
Kouri?
text Kouri, sorry he's taking longer than I thought.
You deleted all of those texts?
Of course.
Did you ultimately meet up with Robert Crozier at the Draper that second time?
Yes.
What happened when you met up?
Same routine. He'd come up to the car, I'd give him the money, he'd leave again for 20, 25 minutes, and he'd come back. And then he'd give me the little clear baggie with pills in it, and then we'd go our separate ways.
Can you please describe the baggie?
Clear little baggie. Just a small little clear baggie. As if you were putting an extra button in it.
Same size?
Yes.
Do you recall about how many pills?
15 to 20. I never stopped and counted them, but that's what he told me was in the baggie.
Were they round again?
Yes.
What color were they?
A lighter blue.
Once you received the pills from Robert Crozier, what did you do?
Text Kouri and told her I was headed back at Provo Canyon. And sorry, it was getting late, so what does she want me to do with them?
Okay. Did you text with Kouri Richins on your way back up Provo Canyon to Heber?
Yes.
When you got back up to Heber, what did you do?
Oh, went to my house in Heber.
Did you still have the pills with you?
Yes.
What ultimately did you do with the pills?
Well, it was Nancy that drove me, so I had taken her to my house. Oh, wait, hold on, I'm getting confused. Hold on a sec.
Take them out.
This is a lot. Hold on. Okay, sorry. You can repeat the question.
So, sure, the second buy from Robert Crozier, you went back up Provo Canyon to your house in Heber. Nancy Peterson was driving, right?
Yeah.
And you had the pills with you when you arrived back at your home in Heber. And the question is, what did you do with the pills?
I had them with me.
Did you hold on to them?
Yes, I did.
For how long?
Well, I had given Nancy a couple for taking me, because that was her drug of choice at the time. Not very long.
What did you do with them?
I reached out to Kouri and asked her what she wanted me to do with them, because I didn't like having them on me.
What did she respond?
That she would come pick them up.
Did she?
Yes, she did.
Where did she pick them up?
In my house, in Heber, in my driveway.
As long as you can speak up.
She picked them up in my house, in my driveway, in Heber.
Okay, so we've been through the first purchase from Susan Calder, then the first purchase from Robert Crozier, the second purchase from Robert Crozier.
Yes.
And that second purchase was the end of February.
Yes.
Before Eric Richins' death, did you buy any other drugs from Robert Crozier?
Yes.
Before Eric Richins' death?
Oh, no. They were just, wait, now you confused me. Can you ask me again?
Just my apologies. Pause for 1 second. Hold that mic a little closer to you. We're having trouble hearing you. If you would re-ask that question, Mr. Bloodworth, please.
Yes. You testified about 2 drug buys from Robert Crozier, right?
Yes.
Other than those 2 drug buys, before Eric Richins' death, did you ever buy drugs from Robert Crozier before?
Have I ever bought any from him?
Do you remember when Eric Richins died?
Early March,
Before Eric died, how many times did you buy drugs from Robert Crozier?
twice.
Any more than twice before Eric died?
No,
those
just
2
the
times.
twice.
Before Eric died, have you ever been, other than those 2 times, to the Maverick and Drake?
No.
You just said Eric died in early March, right?
Yes.
Do you recall when you learned that Eric died?
It was one of the building's employees that told me that Eric had passed away.
And do you recall how soon after Eric's death she told you that?
It was a day or 2 after.
Did you ever speak with Kouri Richins about Eric's death?
Yes, I did.
When?
A couple days after.
Where were you when you spoke with Kouri Richins the first time about Eric's death?
I was with my friend Nick, and we were on our way to do a UA for drug court.
Is Nick Bonsato?
Yes, it is.
And the UA again is the urinalysis.
Yes, it is.
So you and Nick were together. Were you on the way? Were you driving to the UA?
Yes.
When you had that conversation with Kouri Richins about Eric's death, were you on speakerphone?
Yes.
Could Nick hear the conversation?
Yes.
Did you ask Kouri Richins about Eric's death?
Yes, I did.
What did you ask her?
I said, please tell me these pills were not for him.
Did she respond?
She did.
How did she respond?
She said, no, they were not. Eric passed away from a brain aneurysm.
That I got a vibe from. I don't think that is. No.
Could you play it again? I was writing notes, so I want to kind of. Thanks.
Let's get down to normal speed. Maybe playing it in normal will give me another vibe.
That conversation with Kouri Richins about Eric's death, were you on speakerphone?
Yes.
Could Nick hear the conversation?
Yes.
Did you ask Kouri Richins about Eric's death?
Yes, I did.
What did you ask her?
I said, please tell me these pills were not for him.
Did she respond?
She did.
How did she respond?
She said, no, they were not. Eric passed away from a brain aneurysm.
I mean, I guess we could always ask Nick, but you're going to run into the same credibility issues.
Yeah.
I didn't get anything funky from that. If anything,
It's different from the rest of the testimony. Let's just say that.
yeah. But is that because she didn't believe Kouri? Because I will say that it hasn't struck me. It hasn't struck me as so markedly different that I'm getting a vibe from it like you are.
Mm.
But
I can't disregard I have a genuine bias against prison snitches. So I might be searching for those.
well, and I'm trying to, just take it on surface value. So I'm not getting anything hinky from that. But if I start getting more hesitations or things start to change, so maybe it's just our natural inclination to realize that she does have something to gain from this. She does have something riding on this, and I think maybe
and why
with
would
our
you want to have witnesses to that conversation?
yeah, why would you put that on speaker?
Yeah.
Maybe I mean maybe she had an inkling that she needed to start covering her ass.
Maybe.
But I don't look. I lost my first husband to a drug OD. There is no way that he would drive away without counting, without checking on, a smartphone what these pills actually are if he's spending money. So I didn't count them. I didn't look at them. I just drove away. That's the part that seems a little hinky to me.
And we still need to hear from who did she buy them from? What did he actually sell her? Because I've heard
Yeah.
I've
Well, we
heard that he, after some pressure, he back in the day he said fentanyl. Then he retracted that by saying, no, when they interviewed me, I was in withdrawal. I would have said anything, more or less. And that
yeah.
he
So,
only ever sold oxys.
well,
And
and
that
that's
was
what
in
the
the,
defense said,
yeah,
but Eric didn't have oxycodone. So,
yeah.
so I
So,
don't know. I
yeah,
would love to get to the investigation and not all these random witnesses.
yeah, yeah. And by the way, the Nick they are talking about is not me. You're saying it's not me. Yeah.
You didn't fly from Sweden to Utah to
No,
participate in street
I
pharmaceuticals?
I was not in Utah in 2022. I was in Utah last year.
Did there come a time after that conversation where you asked whether Eric died from those pills? When you asked Kouri Richins whether Eric died from those pills? Did there come a time after that conversation when Kouri Richins again asked you to purchase drugs from her?
Yes.
How did she ask?
She asked me if I still had the hookup or my friend.
Scott, can I get 2-44? You look down
Yeah.
that column labeled this.
Yeah, Webster, there's really no need because they are talking really slow at trial.
Yeah.
And so I reckon we will keep doing this, that we skip either the entire afternoon or parts of the afternoon and do a fast forward recap the morning after before trial starts.
Yeah, I think this just works out, and that way I can homework warden
Yeah.
feral people.
And I don't have to be up until 1 a.m. on a weekday.
That's always good.
Yeah.
Description. Ms. Lauber, do you recognize that as a text exchange between you and Kouri Richins?
Yes. Yes, I do.
So why didn't you delete those?
Yeah, why didn't we delete those?
That's a bit too convenient.
Is this an accurate text exchange? An accurate depiction of the text exchange?
Yes, it is.
And did it occur on March the 7th, or sorry, March the 6th and into the 7th, 2022?
Yes, it is.
Does it accurately show the type of message and whether it's an incoming message or an outgoing message?
Yes, it does.
Does it actually accurately show the sending party, the from party and receiving party, the to party?
Yes.
How is she allowed to testify about the Celebrate report? When
I
the two people who actually were certified didn't, but I know, yeah, she might recognize her text, but it's still a fucking Celebrate report or Celebrate extraction.
I have no clue, Nick.
I don't like this game the state is playing because this forces the defense because they can't ask technical questions to her.
No,
And they weren't allowed to talk about Celebrate with the others because they were only allowed to cross-examine on within the scope of the direct examination.
yeah, this is such a weird. Again, I'm not a lawyer, but this procedurally is so wonky.
Yeah.
Your Honor, statement of 2-44 in evidence.
Objection, Your Honor. The Celebrate extraction has not been admitted into evidence, and she cannot identify a Celebrate extraction where it came from.
Please.
Okay, I found out now they actually do have the retrieved deleted text,
Oh,
but they are bringing them in through another witness. Shouldn't that be before she testified about them? That's so weird.
well, that's what I'm trying to say. Because, okay, if I was pretending to be the state and I was the lawyer or the state's attorney, and I know that people's inclination is to not believe someone who has something to gain, I would want to bolster her testimony with,
Yeah.
look, we didn't just trust her. We had the
Yeah.
investigator. We downloaded her cell phone. We found deleted text.
Yeah.
We found out that she lied about some stuff. We went back and said, hey, you are lying. What's this, and this? She changed her story. We, you know,
Yeah. And sidebar counter 29. And folks, since you all are here, I have to remind you guys that today, 6 p.m. Eastern time, or when today's trial ends, we will have a panel show. I have invited, of course, Mo. I have partial yes from a bunch of people, included but not limited to Steve Gosney, Florida-based death penalty appellate attorney, MG Law, who is based out of Arizona. What?
Is it Minnesota or Nebraska?
He's a lawyer.
Oklahoma? I don't.
Oklahoma,
Not my
maybe?
state.
No, not Indiana. He's not from Indiana. I also have a partial yes from Nick Rekieta. And I'm waiting for answers from a bunch of other people. Oklahoma. Thank you. So there will be a stacked panel show discussing the Kouri Richins trial tonight. And it will be a slightly buzzed panel show. Now, I do know Nick Rekieta can't drink. So I'm the only Nick currently on LawTube that is legally allowed to drink. So, and also, of course, the Wheel of Regrets is at play. The Wheel of Regrets, which a combat. Oh, hold on. Not ticker. The Wheel of Regrets, a combined $50 in supers, gifted memberships, PayPal, or buy me a coffee, gets you a spin on the Wheel of Regrets. So that is later today, 6 p.m. or when this, after this day, court day ends. Have I talked to Ahmed Cruz and invited him on my panel show? When we have because they have filed the notice of appeal, they have a hearing scheduled about a new trial, I believe.
Oh, good.
And once that happens, the Friday after that hearing, he is invited to that panel. Okay? All right. And they are still on sidebar. So skip forward. Oh.
Folks are taking a break.
Sending the jury out. Okay.
Okay. Just for a moment, I need to have a conversation about some legal issues. I need to make sure regarding her testimony during the break. Understood. However, the form of it you wanted to admit publish to the jury and admit as an exhibit, would you put that form on the screen? So we're all talking about the same thing at the same time.
Your Honor, it is.
Okay. They are talking about, they can't publish the Cellbrite report because there's no foundation laid because she's not the correct witness.
Yeah.
Was that 20? That was what the
I think we're at 29.
sidebar counter 29. Yes. Sidebar counter 29.
There now.
Okay, so it's the zoom in that we're currently looking at, rows 1 through 5.
Right, we can back it out so you can see the whole form.
Is this the page? Is it one page?
It's two pages.
So it did say Celebrite. I thought it did.
Please pause.
I'm sorry.
Okay. You want to, I'm sorry, I don't have control yet. States Exhibit 2-44 is a 2-page exhibit that says Cellbrite extraction report at the top, correct?
Correct.
And you'd like to admit this 2-page extraction report through this witness, not just the content of the text messages and the metadata regarding to, from, whatever.
Your Honor, the state wants to admit the content. Now, I can see the 244 at the top is labeled with Celebrite's branding. You know, if we were to, for example, redact the labeling, that's fine. But the content.
The distinction, I apologize for interrupting you, so I can just provide a little more context for my question. The distinction I'm drawing is the previous photographs. We admitted just the photographs,
Yes.
not the report from which the photographs were derived.
Correct.
Here, it seems we're doing something, the state is proposing to do something different. That is, admit the report, not just the content. That is the photographs in my analogy.
That is correct, but the state proceeded to just admit the thumbnails as photographs simply to keep things moving along, not because the state thinks that the report is inadmissible. The state just didn't want to bog down in this discussion.
May we do the same now, understanding that the state's ultimately, as I understand your position at sidebar, going to be, we have another witness that's going to get this report and many others in.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. That is why I think the way we can do that is to just redact the heading. Otherwise, and that leaves us with nothing but content without identifying the source of the content. But Ms. Lauber has already authenticated the content itself.
Ms. Lewis, if you put your position on the record.
On the record, Your Honor, this is a Cellbrite report that has not been admitted. We don't have testimony as to how it was extracted. We don't have testimony as to what it is, and it's not authenticated. That can come in through a later witness. I agree. That witness probably should have been called first, but was not. You're right that now we're doing something different than we did on the prior report. And I don't think just extracting Cellbrite, the word Cellbrite, solves the problem. You ruled from the bench just a minute ago that this could be used as an impeachment document.
I did not. I said specifically you cannot use it if it's not admissible because there's no foundation for it.
Well, then we discussed it further, and you said go ahead and show it to her and ask her if she remembers it, and then the text.
That was not in the context of impeachment. That was in the context of Mr. Bloodworth and his direct using it to refresh a recollection of a witness who may not specifically recall the content.
I misspoke. That's what I meant. To use it to refresh her recollection. And you ruled that that would be appropriate. Well, then Mr. Bloodworth attempted to change your ruling, which happens a lot, which is what
Don't do
gets
that.
me.
Please
Well,
stay
that's what
focused.
gets me frustrated.
Please stay focused.
I think your ruling was appropriate, that it could be used to refresh your recollection. Discuss this, you ruled, and I think your ruling should stand.
You understand that this will limit your use of this document in impeachment.
That's fine.
Okay. Will everything for the record?
Yes, Your Honor. Here's the photograph analogy. It doesn't matter who took the photograph. If somebody was there to observe the content of the photograph, they can impeach it, or they can authenticate it. That is what we have here. Carmen Lauber was a participant in this text message exchange. She can authenticate it. And that is the only substance in this report. She has authenticated 100% of the substance of this report.
No, substance of the no, she's authenticated the actual pictures. This is a
not
Cellbrite
the
report,
report.
including those pictures. Why do you? This is so unnecessary. All you had to do was call your Cellbrite expert before her testimony. That's all. Why? Why this?
Yeah, why are
gameplay?
we I don't get this. Also, is that the same guy that I made fun of for looking like a Neanderthal, or is that his brother? So the guy that was wearing kind of the sports looking glasses, that was the DNA, or no, the analyst for the pill bottle.
Yeah, I don't know. And you have a redhead right in the back there.
I know. She should be front and center. Or no, that's part of his family, so they have to be in the back row today. So Kouri's
yeah.
family can be in the.
Yeah. But folks, in the courtroom, instead of dividing, we are going to sit behind the defendant and behind the state. The court decided that every other day, Kouri's family gets to sit in the second row and the rest in the back row, and then vice versa. His family will sit front and center, and Kouri's in the back. So they are doing that instead, which is interesting.
That's his brother.
He was there when DNA Neanderthal man testified.
Oh my God. It really is incestuous.
I mean, it's not a large town, and apparently they have a lot of millionaires.
I know where I'm looking for
Are you
my
comfortable
third husband.
presenting it to her as, this is a document? Does this document match your recollection of text messages you had with this person on this day?
Your Honor, not only am I comfortable with it, that is precisely what I did when I had her authenticated.
Okay.
And how it was extracted doesn't matter. That is when you don't have a witness who was present to authenticate it.
I understand.
Okay.
I hear you saying if you had a screen grab of text of bubbles from a phone and her testimony was the same, like, I remember this,
Yes.
I remember this exchange on this day at this time, you would seek to admit the bubble as a document that she laid foundation for.
Correct. Regardless of who took the screenshot of the bubbles. Right here, Celebrate took the screenshot of the bubbles. Doesn't matter.
I understand the state's position. Ms. Lewis, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so the defense has a thought-provoking argument that including all the stuff in the header gives this document some imprimatur of technical proficiency or additional weight regarding which this witness has not laid foundation. So State's Exhibit 2-44, just the table, not anything from that blue line in the header or above, Scott, may come in through this witness. Yeah, show me page 2, Scott. Mr. Bloodworth, any further record regarding the court's ruling?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Lewis. We didn't 3/7 by itself didn't come in. It was D1, D2, D3 only. Yeah, but those photographs I don't think had.
Nothing further.
No, yeah, okay. So we have, I'm really just talking to Scott at the moment. It's going to stay this way, right?
That's right, Your Honor.
Okay. And can you, the state, at some point before tomorrow morning, print this version of 2-44? Understanding this may be mooted through Mr. Cutfordemos at some point. But
Yeah, let's do that, Your Honor. Let's label this 2-44 Romeo R.
Okay.
To denote it as a redacted version of 244.
got it. Okay, Brittany, do you need anything else for the record? All right, what I would like to do, counsel, is complete the, well, we've taken want to take a restroom break now, and then we'll just go directly from direct into cross. Ms. Lewis, any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right, listen, nobody can talk to Ms. Lauber out in the lobby, please. No appearances of contact with Ms. Lauber. Let's take a break until 2:10. Thank you. Court's in recess.
Okay, let's short recess. Oh, very short.
Mr. Bloodworth, Ms. Lauber, you are still under oath. I understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Mr. Bloodworth, please proceed. We have 2-44R queued up. Would you like to publish that to the jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You hesitated. We don't have to do that. Did you want to go somewhere else first?
Oh, no.
Okay. Ms. Lewis, any further record on this?
Nothing more for the record, no.
Understood. Let's publish 244 now. 244R, my apologies.
Ms. Lauber, you just testified that you recognized a text exchange between you and Kouri Richins beginning on the 6th of March, continuing on to the 7th of March. Is this that text message exchange?
Yes, it is.
Now, Ms. Lauber, you had testified that Kouri Richins had asked you if you still had your hookup. Is that right?
Yes.
And is that the text message where Ms. Richins asked you if you still had your hookup?
Yes, it is.
When you received that text message from Kouri Richins, what did you do?
I messaged back to her, text back.
And did you ultimately arrange to buy illicit drugs for Mr. Crozier the third time?
Yes.
After that, do you still have your hookup text exchange? Did you speak with Kouri Richins?
Yes, I did.
And what was that, about a drug buy? What was that conversation about?
that I could reach out to Robbie again.
And how did Kouri Richins respond?
Okay. Same routine.
Same routine.
Mhm.
So did Kouri Richins then provide you with money to buy drugs?
Yes.
How so?
In the house you made way.
I'm sorry.
Wait. Sorry, what?
Did Kouri Richins give you money to buy drugs that last time from Mr. Crozier, right? I'm talking about the third drug buy from Mr. Crozier now, after Eric's dead.
Oh, no, she gave me, she told me that the investor would leave money under her doormat at her house.
The investor would leave money under the doormat of her house for you to buy drugs.
Yes, in Camas. Her
Okay.
house in Camas.
So did you go to her house and pick up that money?
Yes, I was with Nick. Nick drove me.
Okay, is this the same Nick Von Savage
Yes,
that was in the car when you asked her whether the
yes,
pills caused Eric's death?
yes.
So Nick drove you from where?
Nick picked me up at my house in Heber, and then we headed to the backside of Jordandale to the house in Camas.
Kouri Richins' house.
Yes, Corey and Eric's house in Camas.
Did you check under the mat at the front door for the money?
Yes, I went to the door, looked at the mat, there was nothing there. So I kind of looked at Nick and kind of shrugged my shoulders and ran around to the back door to see if there was anything under the mat there. There was nothing there. So I ran back to the front and I kind of threw my hands in the air to Nick, like, what do I do? And I went up and rang the doorbell. It took Corey a minute to get to the door. She answered it. She told me to come inside. I told her the money wasn't there. I gave her a hug and asked how she was doing. And then I told her the money wasn't there. And then she asked if she could write me a check. So then she went over near her kitchen counter and grabbed kind of a book that's so big and wrote me a check.
Did she hand you the check?
Yes.
Scott, can we bring up 5-31 for the witness, please? And it's 3 pages. If you could slowly scroll through so she can view all 3 pages, please. Ms. Larber, do you recognize those 3 pages?
Yes, I do.
Do they depict the front of the check, the back of the check, and a deposit slip for the check?
Yes.
Are they authentic depictions?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state.
How big of a moron are you if you write a check to pay for drugs?
Her and Jesse Smollett are going to be starting a show called How to Not Pay for Crime. I mean,
For fuck's sake. A check?
did she put in the
Who the f-
memo not for drugs?
Yeah.
Okay, funny story about that. So when Mr. Mo and I first got married, basically we hadn't mixed our finances, so I would pay, a lump sum to help pay for bills, until we got everything commingled. Well, of course, to be a jackass, I would put really ridiculous things in the memo, like, not for last night or, lay away for sex, Well, turns out he had to show those to a lawyer for one reason or another. And I was told that while the memo portion of our checks were extremely funny, this wouldn't look good in court.
Mm. I just thought of the funniest prank, but in Sweden that's not so funny. Absolutely not drugs.
Absolutely. Absolute vodka, not drugs.
Yeah. This is harmless things. Absolutely not drugs.
Yes. Not for my last dance with Mary Jane.
Moves 531 into evidence.
No objection.
States 5-31 is admitted. Published.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, let's move in on this check, please. Ms. Lauber, is that the check that Kouri Richins wrote you?
Construction clean midway, $1,300.
Hell, I'd clean a house for $1,300.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Sign me up. Folks, if you want to hire 2 cripples for cleaning
Yeah.
services, we can clean your house for only
Yeah,
$1,300.
Don't check my current house as to standards. If you are fully aware that we will be doing no cleaning but you need to have a tax deductible donation.
Mm. Yeah, and a few years ago, I said if I get one of these fantastic streams that you only hear about, where somehow people give me $10,000, I said in the next stream I will wear a polka dot bikini.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
So, folks, if you are so inclined, I have PayPal.
Same. Well, I mean, I have my Cash App now figured
Yeah.
out.
And buy me a coffee.
Yes,
So if you want to
10,000.
see close to 6'4", 300-pound Viking in a polka dot bikini, all it takes is 10
If you want to
grand
be able to
in-
see me from Alpha Centauri, because this midriff has never seen the sun. I
They
don't
could
even
ha-
know.
They could
Whiter
have me
shade
by
of
the
pale
side of the
might have
road
been
as
written
a reflector.
about my midriff.
If I go out shirtless, I get called from the State Highway Patrol. Stop that! We are blinded
Hey.
over here.
Hey,
You're
they do
causing
use me
accidents.
when they're nor'easters. They're like, just keep the crop top on. We need to keep the boats away from the shore. And I'm like, but I'm freezing up here.
Oh, look at that, Corn Pope! Yeah,
Yeah.
good to see you. That was a while ago. That was a good while ago. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Oh my God. Did Kouri Richins bounce her drug check? Is that one of the checks she
What?
bounced? Because
Oh,
isn't
that
she? Doesn't
that
she have
would-
another trial for bouncing checks? She would have gotten away with it if she hadn't tried floating checks.
Yeah. Pro tip, not legal advice. Don't pay for drugs with bouncy checks.
Yeah, especially with your name on it.
Yeah. Yeah. And look up here. Kouri Richins Realty, LLC. Yeah, bouncy checks with name and address to your place of business.
Was she starting
Oh.
to write her grief book by then? I mean,
Welcome to our show where we make the unbearable tolerable and completely inappropriate jokes.
yes, yes.
And we may or may not get sidetracked.
Just a scotch.
Yeah.
That morning?
Yes, it is.
In the memo section, do you see where it says construction, clean, midway?
Yes, I do.
Did Kouri Richins owe you any money for any cleaning?
No, she did not.
Did she owe you any money for any construction cleaning?
No, she did not.
Did she owe you any money related to Midway?
No, she did not.
Did she owe you any money that would make construction, clean, Midway memo make sense?
No, I never cleaned a house ever in my life for $1,300.
Okay, let's go to second page, please, Scott. Is that the back of the check?
Yes, yes, it is.
Third place. Third page, please. Okay. Do you recognize that as a deposit slip where you deposited a portion of that check and took out cash for the other?
Yes, I do.
Okay, please explain how this came about.
I had to go to the bank and cash the check. I was in the negative, so they had me deposit some to clear up my negative balance, and then they gave me the remaining balance of $1,000
Okay, when did you go to the bank in relation to picking up the check?
the day of.
So you picked up the check,
Yeah, that morning.
you
Yes,
go straight to the bank,
yes, I did.
and who drove you there?
Nick.
Okay. Do you see where the date says March 9th, 2022?
Yes, I do.
Is that the date that you picked up the check, went straight to the bank and deposited it?
Yes,
Deposited 300 of it and took out 1,000 in cash? Does that
yes, I
sound right?
did. Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Scott. Once you deposited a portion of the check at the bank, cashed the remainder, what did you do next?
Nick and I drove down Provo Canyon, touching bases with Robbie. He said it was taking longer than he thought, so Nick.
Thought it said clan meeting. No, this is Utah, not Indiana.
Fair point.
and I went out to a couple of thrift stores
Where did you go to thrift stores?
in Orem County.
And you said you were texting with Robbie Crozier as you were driving again down through Provo Canyon and as you were in Orem
Same
County?
routine.
Same routine.
Yes.
Were you also texting with Kouri Richins?
Yes, I was.
Did, like before, you meet up with Robert Crozier at that same Maverick and Draper?
Same Maverick off 126, yes.
What happened when you met up with him?
Same routine, but a little bit different. We waited there for a minute. He left for 20 minutes, came back, and said he couldn't get his friend to answer the door if we wanted to follow him. So we followed him down the road to a couple of townhouses or duplexes. I didn't go to the door with him. We parked down the street where we could see what complex he walked into. And then we waited there about 20 minutes to a half hour. And I kept texting him like, hey, this is taking too long. It's too late. I don't like sitting out here. Just wrap it up. Let's go. And then he texted back. He's like, no, I got my friend. He was asleep. I finally woke him up.
Okay, had you already given Robert Crozier money before he went into the townhouse?
Yes,
How much?
the 1,000. Well, no, it was only 900 because Nick got 3. I put 3 in my checking, my bank account. And Nick got 3, and then he got the remaining balance.
You know that math does not add up.
Sorry. I put 3 in my account. Nick got 3. So Robbie got the remaining balance.
You got the rest.
Yes.
Can we call that 700?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry, I count on my fingers. I'm like, yes.
I thought you said you paid $1,000 and got the pills.
Yeah.
And now we're down to 700.
Yeah. Also, the logistics of this street pharmaceutical thing, like your
Yeah.
supplier's asleep. I mean,
Okay.
okay. Hey.
Yeah. Oh,
When Robert Crozier came back out of the townhouse, did he have anything with him?
Yes, he did.
What did he have with him?
A clear little baggie with 15 to 20 pills in it.
Same kind of clear little bag as before?
Yes.
oh, there's 2 different buys.
Were the pills round,
Yes.
just like before?
Yes.
What was the color?
A little darker blue.
So you bought 15 to 20 pills for 1,000, and then you got a discount of a $300 discount the next time.
Yeah, not to mention they're different colors. Again,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that everyone would have had access to one of these or something like it, because I'm guessing, when you get pills in baggy form, they don't have the little label saying what they are.
Wow.
What did you do once you received the pills from Robert Crozier?
Left.
Call Pope, is this woman incarcerated? No. This is the chick who allegedly supplied the fentanyl to Kouri? Yes. She cut a deal with the state where they dropped all charges but a few to have something to hang over her head. And she's currently working with disabled people in the intake, so to speak. I mean, even $700 for 15 to 20 pills is insanely expensive. Kouri is incarcerated, yes.
Not that I know this, but $3 to $4 a pill was not crazy for
Maybe
a
they didn't have
hydro.
Medicaid.
For a hydro when
Pill, $150.
yeah, so people it's not uncommon for people to sell their medications and have kind of a price point.
Mm.
But I don't know. Like I said, I'm not in the street pharmaceutical NASDAQ, so I don't know exactly where those price points lie.
No. I just happened to Google how much the authorities in Sweden. It's for educational purposes. I'm not actually looking for these things. And apparently in Washington, the price is down to 50 cents a pill for fentanyl. Or was in 2023.
Okay. Also, call me crazy, and maybe if fentanyl is so incredibly dangerous, why are we giving it out in pill form? Like, if a little itty bit can kill you, why are we having pills of it just everywhere, here, there, and yonder?
Mm.
I mean, I'm just glad I'm addicted to sugar.
Yeah. Even- yeah. But I can explain a bit on this because rich people don't have a fucking clue. They just pay. Remember, Murdoch paid 50 grand a month for his drug use. And he got maybe $500 worth.
Yeah, I would just.
Yeah.
She's very nonchalant about what she's getting for someone who used to be in the game.
Yeah.
Back up Provo Canyon. Nick had dropped me off. It was late. So Nick had dropped me off. Nick went home. I went into my house, texted Kouri, told her I have him. What do you want me to do with him? And then routine back to the Midway house.
Did you text with Kouri Richins back up through the Provo Canyon?
Yes.
Towards Heber?
Yes.
And then you ultimately left those pills at the Midway house?
Yes. In the closet. On the right above, like, you walk in the kitchen and there was a door, put on top of the closet.
Is that the same closet where you previously gotten money from?
Yes.
After that, did you ever have any additional drug deals with Robert Crozier?
No, I did not.
Have you ever been back to that Maverick in Draper?
No, I have not.
So am I right? That the only 3 times you dealt drugs with Crozier were the 3 that you just testified?
Yes.
And the only 3 times
That doesn't make sense. So she just drove there, handed money in the hope. I mean, there has to be a she has to have known the guy.
Well, so if you remember back in her testimony, the first person she went to was that Susan woman. And then Kouri wanted something stronger. So she talked to someone else who said, I may know of something stronger, talk to Robbie. So
Yeah.
Robbie was like a referral from someone else, I guess.
Yeah.
you've been at that Draper Maverick were the 3 times to which you just testified?
Yes.
Did Mr. Crozier continue to hit you up for more drug deals?
Later on, he did. He said that his buddy had some more. And if my friend needed any more.
When he told you that, what did you do?
I reached out to Kouri and told her, hey, my friend said that his buddy has more if your friend needed anything.
How did Kouri Richins respond?
She said, no, her investor had left town.
Thank you, ma'am. I do not have any further questions for you at the moment.
Oh,
I'm sure defense counsel will, okay?
Okay.
okay. Let's see how the defense does the cross-examination. Yes, folks, we are still on yesterday. We will catch up eventually. And around noon, 1 p.m., Mo will take over this week.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, Ms. Lauder.
Good afternoon.
My name is Wendy Lewis. I am one of Ms. Richins' attorneys. I'm going to hand you some binders. We're going to go old school here.
Oh my gosh.
These are okay.
You put it on here.
I'm going to ask you to refer to these as we talk. These are the transcripts of the interviews that you did in April and May of 2023. All right, just to help you out here. Take a look. Here's the first 2 interviews.
Oh, she's
Pull a
bringing
tab
this
here.
deep.
Interview 1 with the date. Interview 2. All right.
Okay.
This is interview. We got the dates. March 3rd and 4th.
Okay.
This is separate. This is the interview for March 10th. We're going to set that aside so we get to that. And then your last 2 interviews, 13th and 14th, are right here. Okay. So we're going to be referring to that.
Well, that's a lot.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
All right. So
Swamp there.
according to your testimony that you just
Woody
gave,
is so
when
sorry
you
to
were
hear
arrested
that.
in April of 2023, between April of 23 and May of 23, you had 7 interviews with, it was Detective O'Driscoll and Detective Maynard, and then there were some other people too, but those were the 2 main ones, correct?
Yes.
All right. So
7
since that
interviews?
time, since the last interview that we have a transcript of, May 13th, 2023, how many times have you met with, we're going one at a time, how many times have you met with Detective O'Driscoll?
While I was incarcerated?
No, after you got out.
After? There was a couple of times.
Couple. Okay.
Yes.
So,
I mean, I'm not sure on the numbers. It was a while back.
in what circumstances did you meet with him?
They would come and they would check on my ankle monitor when I was on ankle monitor. Sometimes I wasn't charging. Sometimes they'd swing by and ask me a couple questions.
Questions about the case?
Just about my part.
Why would the investigators be the ones to check your ankle monitor? That's a job for the probations officer. Huh.
So about the things you're testifying about.
Yes.
All right. And you say they. Was that Detective O'Driscoll and Detective Maynard together?
Yes.
Did you always meet with them together, or did you sometimes meet with them separately?
No, they were always together.
Always together.
Yeah. Okay. Now here comes the game part again. No, this, folks, is not normal. Nowhere near normal that the investigators of the case are the ones that checks her ankle monitor. Bullshit. They were checking in on her. And not for the ankle monitor. That might have been an excuse used to pay a visit.
And so they came to your house a couple. What does a couple mean? 2, or does a couple mean 5? Does a couple mean, what does that mean to you?
We can go out on them and say maybe 3 or 4 times.
3 to 4 times. And they would talk to you about your testimony during those visits sometimes?
Not with my testimony. They'd ask, the question came up like, okay, where was you at this time? Stuff like that.
Okay. Do you know if they recorded any of those conversations with you?
I do believe so. I'm not 100% sure.
You think they were recorded?
I'm not 100% sure.
All right. Did they?
Okay. Thank you, Katie. P1002. I don't know that currency, but thank you. Saying, I won't spoil it for you because I like your reactions, but this is for any type of calm down meds you may need later. Oh.
I think it's South Korean, but I could be very wrong about that.
Oh.
Because at first I said Welsh, but I was like, no, that's wrong.
No, they use pounds still. Oh, Korean won. Oh. Now my heart, because the last time I saw Korean won is Jeff. Oh. Well, thank you. Thank you, Katie. Thank you so much. Oh. Thank you so much.
I do like that the defense is bringing out the transcripts because it feels like the state glossed over them. And we wanted to kind of get, okay, how did we, fact check this woman?
How did we get from, hey, look at you with all the charges, to 7 interviews, plus checking in on her from time to time?
Yeah.
Checking her ankle monitor. That's not a job for the cops. That's for the parole officer. No. I'm not sad, Katie. The memory of Jeff's always brings. It's just. I miss the guy. He would have so much fun with this trial.
And I will be right back. Mr. Mo needs a construction helper, so to not electrocute himself. So, I don't want to be on trial my own self. Gonna go help.
Vice squad is the best squad. Yeah, it truly is. It truly is. Yeah, it's not, but thank you. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Katie. I have so many fond memories of Jeff. Thank you.
Call you on the telephone after you were released?
No, I kept in touch with them with ankle monitor.
So you called them on the telephone?
No.
Oh,
I was just being tracked by ankle monitor with them.
All right. Did they drive you places?
Again, that's not for the cops. That's for the parole officer to keep track of your whereabouts. Yeah, of course, the investigators might have an interest in it, but okay.
They did when I was in jail. They drove me sometimes up to this courthouse.
And after you were out, did they drive you to Wasatch County Courthouse?
They did a couple times when reporters were there.
All right. When you were in the car, did they have conversations with you?
No.
All right. What other people from Summit County Sheriff's Office, if any, besides Detective Maynard and Detective O'Driscoll, did you talk to?
Were there detectives?
Yes. Were there any others?
No.
All right. Have you met with the prosecutors in this case, either Mr. Bloodworth or anyone else?
Yes, I have.
How many times?
There was an initial meeting when this case first came up here with Bloodworth, and then a couple times over the last couple of weeks.
So when you met with them over the last couple of weeks, was that to go over your testimony?
Yes.
Did they practice their testimony with you in those meetings?
They kind of prepared me for what kind of, I don't know the word I'm thinking of. They kind of prepared me a little bit of it.
Did they review your answers with you?
Pause for 1 second, Liz. I apologize for the interruption. Hold the mic a little bit to your left. Yeah, move wider to that.
Okay.
There you go. Now pull the mic more in front of you.
Yeah.
Let's try that. I'm sorry, if you asked
Go
your last
ahead.
question. One more.
Did they review your answers with you?
Yes.
All right. So they reviewed with you when the drug buys happened, correct?
They would ask me the questions and I would answer.
Did they correct you if they thought your answer was wrong?
Not really, no.
All right. Did they practice cross-examination with you?
Yes.
So they did we call it a mock cross. Someone pretended to cross-examine you. Is that fair?
Yeah, they kind of just brought up how you were going to bring up my past, how I was going to feel.
Okay. That's all?
Yes.
Okay. Did they tell you how to answer the questions that I might be asking you?
No.
They didn't give you any advice on how to answer the questions?
No.
Did they help you put the pieces together so you would remember what to testify to?
Actually, I'm the one that's asked. Like, if I needed to know Robbie, I put in my phone. Like, obviously, it says Kouri, Doreen's niece, Robbie, Nicole's friend, just stuff like that.
But I don't know if I understood your answer to my question. So my question was, did they help put the pieces together for you for your testimony? And what was your answer?
I said I'm the one that asked for pictures and stuff like that.
So you asked them to help put the pieces together for you.
I don't know if it was actually helping me put the pieces together. Can refresh my memory a little bit. It happened a long time ago.
That's true. This happened almost 4 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And your original interviews with detectives was almost 3 years ago.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna get back to that. Who else have you spoken to about your testimony in this case?
Nobody.
Well, now,
When I was in jail, when I was incarcerated,
okay. And Jill, who did you speak to about that you were going to be cooperating?
there was O'Driscoll, Maynard, and I can't remember the lady that came from the feds, but I didn't really talk to her.
That would be Ms. Whistler.
I cannot remember.
Okay, we'll get back to that too. Would you talk to Nick Von Savage that you were cooperating in this case during the time you were in jail?
Yeah, he's one of my best friends.
Okay, so you told your best friend that you were cooperating.
Yes.
And you told your best friend, man, I don't even remember what happened. You got to help me out here, right?
Just in the part where in the car, yes.
Okay. Because Nick was with you one of the times you met Robbie Crozier.
Yes.
And you had Nick help you remember that because you did not remember that. Specifically, you did not remember the dates, right?
I don't remember the dates exactly, no.
Okay. Today you remember the dates
Well, yeah.
because they were told to you.
Well, no, the more you think about it, the more it pops up.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. No, you don't get those memories. If they're gone, then you are now having somebody else's account of what happened. And you're
Yeah.
replacing that as memories. Okay,
Yeah, I will
here we
say
go.
that this is starting to look shakier.
Yeah.
So the dates you couldn't remember 3 years ago, you thought you remember them now.
Yes.
All right. We'll get back to that. Ms. Crozier, do you have mental health diagnoses?
Now, of course, there are some planning around this. If you're going to impeach a woman on the stand, sadly, you kind of need a woman. But I would, if what's his face, spray tan guy hadn't been such an asshole against the cop on day one or day two or whatever it was, this would have been his time to shine. If he knew how to start easy,
Yeah.
wait for it, and then now, as Dave had said and others have said, you have to anticipate that the jury is going to more or less call out to you, why are you so nice? Start hammering, and then you hammer.
Yeah, and I will say that this woman, at least today, this attorney, I call her Bart Simpson, she has come off as incredibly disagreeable, and I think she's going to have to be very careful. Mental health stuff, depending on the way she presents it, because this witness has, despite ourselves, we find ourselves trusting her. You know, despite all of the negative things against her, if she hammers home on the mental health, it could be bad. It could look very much like you are, you know, being a
Yeah, because
bully.
if the
So it's
jury-
going to
Mm.
be a
Yeah,
fine line.
Yeah, if the jury has sympathy for this witness. Going too strong might backfire. So this is balancing on a knife's edge.
Do I what?
Any mental health diagnoses?
No.
Oh, shit. Too soon. Too early in the cross-examination.
You're not diagnosed with any mental health problems?
No.
You're sure?
Yes.
What about anxiety?
Yeah.
Do you take medication for that?
Not so much anymore, no.
Okay. Are you on any medications today?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about drug court. So in 2021, you were given the opportunity to participate in the Wasatch County Drug Court.
Yes.
And that is an opportunity, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. And when you were allowed to go to drug court, you had been arrested for a number of felonies.
Yes.
It was, let me grab some papers.
Anything significant? Well, the state is really avoiding getting physical evidence into evidence.
Yeah, we've been getting testimony, but not the physical evidence to back it up. It's been odd.
Yeah. For instance, they had the guy. No, the one who did all the testing of the things from the house, but he was just generally talking about how they didn't find fentanyl. And when the defense asked, well, what items did you test? And there was an objection because that was outside of the scope of the direct examination to talk about specific what items he actually tested.
And this seems to be a strategy that was kind of late in the game. It seems
Yeah.
after the defense tipped their hand with a sister that they wanted to try to sneak more into their cross.
Yeah.
The state has been very calculated and scalpel-like in
Mhm.
what they bring in, and it's not making it easy for someone who isn't up with all the back lore of this case really understand it.
Yeah. So there's actually a very limited amount of evidence, physical evidence entered into evidence. I mean, they have her testifying about things from the Celebrite report, but they haven't actually had the Celebrite report proffered yet. So she can only testify to the images they found and texts they found in the Celebrite report without mentioning it's from the Celebrite report. And that is so putting the cart before the horse. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Cross-examination can destroy many witnesses.
And you were arrested for how many first-degree felonies?
I'm not sure.
All right, well, give me a moment to find it. Here we go. Okay. 2 first-degree felonies, possession with intent to distribute a controlled substance. Is that right?
Yes.
A third-degree felony, possession or use of a controlled substance.
Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
And then a number of misdemeanors that all dealt with possession of controlled substances, paraphernalia, or driving under the influence.
Yes. Is that 2019?
Yes.
Yes, that was me and my exes. Yes.
All right. And that was the case that you were allowed to go to drug court on.
Yes.
All right. So you talked about this a little bit. I just want to make sure everybody understands. And when you go to drug court, you get what is typically what you do is you get a plea in abeyance, right?
Yes.
So that means you plead guilty to all or some of the counts that you're charged with, correct?
Yes.
And then it's held. The court holds that plea. They don't put it on your record yet, right?
Correct.
And then if you successfully complete drug court, those will be dismissed, correct?
Yes.
All right. So, and right now, I mean, you haven't been, we're going to talk more about this, but you haven't successfully finished drug court yet, true?
Yes. It's on pause.
But it sounds like you're doing really well
Yes.
and you're clean.
Yes.
And congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
I know you had a very difficult time for a very long time.
Yes.
And drug court's really hard, right?
It is. Yes.
I mean, I was an attorney. in
They
drug
expect a
court.
lot in the beginning.
It is. I was an attorney in drug court, so I have some familiarity, but you're expected to do a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
You're expected to go to treatment.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I thought you were going to continue. Sorry. Yes.
Sorry, I'll try to do that. You're expected, you get very regular UAs to make sure that you're clean.
Every day you call in. Yes.
And then, so it's random. You call in every
It's,
day. And
yes.
then-
It's a random color number depending what phase you were in.
all right. And there's, how many phases are there
5.
at Wasatch Drug Court? 5.
Yes.
All right. And so treatment, drug testing, you have to work.
Yes.
Okay. So you have to be employed. You have to show up every week at first.
Yes. For your groups. So you had not only did you have one-on-one therapy, you also had attended groups Monday through Friday, depending what phase you were in as well. So you had 5 groups.
Okay.
You had therapy twice, 2 or 3 times a week with your one-on-one, depending what phase you were in.
All right. And you started your drug court program in 2021.
9 of 2021, I believe.
I think it was September.
Yeah, I do believe.
Well, let's take a look.
Or maybe that was my initial evaluation.
I think you might be right. Let's just. Okay. Sure, it looks like September of 2021. Now, is it fair to say that between September of 2021 and when you were arrested, which we're going to talk about, you talked a little bit with Mr. Bloodworth in April
April 2026 or 27th for that?
not quite.
I mean, no, I mean the date.
April
The date,
2023.
Yeah, 23.
You were arrested. You're right. I think it was April 26th or 7th.
That's what it was, yeah. Yes.
Okay. You were struggling in drug court, fair to say?
In the beginning, yes.
Well, that whole time, until you were from September of 21 until your arrest in April 23, you were struggling. All
Not the whole time, no.
right, let's take a look at that. So, do you recall that? Let me show you. I'm going to show you a document. Might be easier. Katie, do we have its defense exhibit 1007? Can you put it up on the screen just for Ms. Lauder? And I don't think it has page numbers, but we can go by dates. So maybe pull it up starting from 9/22/21 for her to look at. Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah, I'm like,
All right. So let's look at, so each time you go to drug court, there's a little note entered in what we call the docket of the case,
Yeah.
right? About what happened in court that day.
Yes, it's the drug court team members' notes.
Understood.
Mhm.
So you started drug court September 15th, September 22nd, you missed your group therapy and your individual therapy.
Mhm.
I mean, that's what came up at drug court. You were missing treatment.
Yeah.
Which is, in drug court, that's a problem, right? You're supposed to go to all your treatments.
Pause for a moment, please.
Can you see that there?
Yes.
And you had to pay a $40 fee, or you had to pay for your mistreatment.
Yes, that's still in the beginning of when I entered drug court, yes.
Correct. So that'd be a sanction that you had to pay for that.
No, if you missed it, they considered that wasted the therapist's time when somebody else could have took that spot.
All right, well, that's fair.
It was not a sanction, no.
Okay, so the next month, October 20th of 2021, a little lower on that page, you failed to appear at drug court.
I don't recall that one, but yes.
Is that what it says on the docket?
Yes. Mhm.
And they issued a warrant.
Yes.
The next week, October 27th, you tested positive for benzos. Well, I'm going to rephrase that. You actually tested positive on October 10th, October 6th, October 8th, but it was at the 27th drug court hearing that those problems were addressed. That would be a more accurate statement of what happened, right?
Yes, once again, still in the beginning of drug court.
That's right. And benzos would be drugs. I don't know. Well, you tell me, do you know what benzos you were taking?
That was my Valium, I believe.
Valium. All right. And you were sanctioned, it says.
Yes.
All right. Now, you continued and through November to miss therapy, true? Look at November 3rd. It's okay. Take your time. Do you see it?
I know you guys are moving them all over, so.
Would you ask the question again, Ms. Lewis?
I mean, I understand the question, but you're moving the paper like back and forth or whoever it is.
Can you see the note from November 3rd, drug court?
I see 11, 10, and 21. Okay, there you go.
Your Honor, I don't know if it'd be all right, but this might be faster if I could point it out to her. Would it be all right if I stood closer to the witness?
Of course.
Thank you. All right, let's see.
Ms. Lauper, just remember, when you answer the question, yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
All right, November 3rd, drug court. You missed therapy and received, oh, you didn't get a sanction yet. They waited.
Yes.
All right. And then November 17th, you came in and you'd missed your drug test that week. Missed a drug test, correct?
Okay, yeah.
So tell me, now in drug court, a missed test is considered the same as a positive test, right?
Yes. But some of those due to working with Doreen coming off the mountain or running behind.
Sure, that happens. But as a participant in drug court, you are expected to make all your drug tests.
Yes, unless you call ahead and say, I'm running behind from work. Can I do it the next day?
And they
With approval.
sometimes allow that, but it wouldn't show as a missed drug test if you had got permission.
It'll still come up as a missed test because
Would
you
it?
didn't go the day of.
It would, well, you got a sanction, so
Yes.
it was a missed test.
Yeah, so therefore, I mean, I ran the next day, but still received a sanction for it.
It doesn't say that, but all right. You continued missing tests in 21 through February. You continued missing your drug tests. Right here, missed tests and treatment. Missed tests. You were sanctioned, correct?
Yes.
All right. All right. Now let's get, you got a negative drug test, it looks like in,
What's the year on that?
there, you got a negative drug test.
No, what's the year on these ones?
2020. Oh, now we're moving into January of 22.
Okay, so what were the years on these ones?
I misspoke. I said February was December of 21.
Yes.
All right.
Still, once again, the beginning of drug court.
Okay. Well, now it's January of 22. Okay. So you're missing drug tests. Then on January 28th drug court, they said you had tested positive for methamphetamine.
Yes.
And you said, no, retest it. That's not true. I didn't use.
Yeah.
But then the next week you came back and you said, well, actually I did use. You don't need to retest it. I relapsed, which happens.
Well, yes, working with active users, once again,
Yeah.
with the cleaning company, they were all still active users.
Well, but it was your choice to use.
Absolutely, but if you keep getting offered and offered as a drug addict, yes, obviously you're going to relapse. You're going to
All right.
fold.
And you lied about it.
Yes.
All right.
That's what addicts do when you're using
That's true. Addicts lie. All right.
active addicts.
And then in February, now we're getting into the time period at issue here. January, February, March of 2022. All right. So at this time, let's get the date here. February 9th, you missed your group, your treatment, so you were sanctioned then, right?
Yes.
February 11th, you tested positive for amphetamines. Tested
Yes.
positive on February 11th.
Okay, yeah.
And again, you denied it.
Of course.
That's the same day that you said you were out buying drugs from Susan Kohler, right? February 11th, 2022.
Yeah, yes, I
Okay.
was with Susan that day, yes.
So you're using.
Yes. Once again, when you're going to relapse when you're around active people.
I
yes.
understand. And let's see. As we move into March of 22, you tested positive for methamphetamine February 11th, March 1st, and March 3rd, and March 16th, correct?
I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, it was there. It's from drug court notes, yes.
So if it's, I'm sorry, I didn't
No,
tell you was
You're fine.
So well, if it's in here, it's accurate.
Yes.
All right. So this whole time that you say you remember purchasing drugs, all these text messages, you were high.
I'm sorry, what was that? Sorry.
This whole period of time that you just testified, that you say you remember all these texts and you remember all this information from March of 2022, you were high that whole time, February, March 22.
Not the whole time, no.
You were using very regularly.
I guess so, yes.
Okay.
So amphetamines and meth.
Well, isn't that the same thing though?
Methamphetamine is a crystallized version of amphetamine.
Okay.
So it's a
I mean-
derivative or whatever you call it. But yeah, it's the same compounds, but You
I
get a
mean,
faster high with meth, I think. I don't have any experience. I only learned this from TV shows.
yeah, what I will say is I don't find any of I find this, damning, but I don't find this takes away from anything. She was very candid that she was still actively using. Now her shift of responsibility to a nexus outside herself is concerning. I was
Mm,
with active users. No, but I mean, if they have some of the deleted text messages, this doesn't bother me as much. Now, if they didn't
mm,
if it doesn't get entered in, if we never see the Cellbrite report, then this is
yeah,
more concerning for me,
yeah. I
which is why we normally get the Cellbrite reports first,
exactly. So
because we know
we have
addicts lie.
a reference point, and we know how it was extracted, and the defense could have challenged it. Well, isn't it true that you also were not able to retrieve, and then here's a good chunk of things you didn't retrieve, and stuff like that. But again, yeah, we get it, defense. We get it. She has a past. You got through it. You have a lot of. She has a bunch of convictions she was using at the time. Don't get this to be repetitive. I want to know. Okay, what has she said? Anything different?
Yeah, I mean, was she in
When?
jail?
Yeah, exactly.
Was
When was she in jail? Did she have one story before the meeting and extremely sudden change after the meeting?
Well, yeah, that's why I thought we were bringing the binders up to really impeach her on her statements she's given, not to go
Yeah.
over that she was a screw up in drug court, which
Mm.
I mean I wouldn't
Mm.
stick with this for too long. I would go
No.
to the transcripts if they were feeding her information like Richard Allen. That
Mm.
would be something.
Mm.
Now, this continues all through.
So maybe pause for a minute. Maybe we take the document down so the witness is not distracted.
We may.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry about that. All right. So this continues. The missing drug tests, the positive tests. Sometimes you do well, other times you're doing poorly. Continues all the way up until your arrest of April of 2023.
Sorry, what was the question again?
The question was, we started talking about, we were talking about that you were using all through February and March of 22. And now I'm saying from February and March of 22 until your arrest of April of 23, you numerous times either missed drug tests, missed treatment, were sanctioned, tested positive. You had a lot of missteps between the beginning of drug court in 2021 until your arrest in April 2023. Correct?
Yes.
All right. In fact, you were held back on phases.
Yes.
You were asked to restart phases.
Yes.
But you started doing a little better right before you were arrested in April of 23. You were finally moved to phase 5. True?
Yes.
All right. And then you're arrested.
Yes.
And you are arrested for, well, first of all, there was, all right, well, let me do this in parts. You were arrested for possession of marijuana, correct?
Actually, no, I was arrested for driving on a revoked suspended license.
Okay, that's fair. You were originally pulled over and arrested for driving on a suspended license. And then there was an order to show cause issued in drug court,
Yes.
right? Now, an order to show cause is a little bit different than an official charge, right?
Yes.
So an order to show cause, can you pull that up, please, just for me and the witness? So an order to show cause, just so the jury can understand, is when you're in drug court or on probation, and you're accused of committing a crime, they say, all right, these are the things you're accused of doing, and you need to come into drug court and explain what happened, and then we will make a decision as to whether you're going to remain in drug court, if you're going to be charged with these crimes officially, if you're going to get kicked out of drug court because you've got new charges. That's what an order to show cause is, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So you got an order to show cause And it was for, I think that's in front of the screen. Does that look like what an order to show cause looks like?
Yes, it is.
Can
Yes.
you recognize that as the order to show cause that was issued in May of 2020? Well, looking at it. You were ordered to April 26th, the day of your arrest. 2023.
Would you restate the question?
Is that the order to show cause that was issued in your case in April of 2023?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I'd move to admit and to publish Defense Exhibit 1008.
Sure, Your Honor, no objection.
Okay. Defendants 1008 is admitted, and we will publish it now.
All right. So that's just so the jury can see what that looks like. Now, if in drug court you're found to be in violation, you're found to have committed new crimes, what happens is your plea in abeyance goes away and you are sentenced on your original 2 first-degree felonies and your third-degree felony that you pled to, right?
Sorry, what was the question?
Okay. Can you trying to explain so they all understand how this works. If you were to go into drug court and the drug court found that you had in fact committed new crimes and violated drug court, then you could go back. Your plea in abeyance would no longer be in effect, and a plea of guilty would enter.
Your
Correct?
plea in abeyance would be revoked.
Revoked. So you would be guilty of those crimes, and you would go back to your sentencing judge and be sentenced on your original 2 first-degree felonies and 1 third-degree felony.
Yes.
And in addition to that, you could be charged with the marijuana that was found in your house the day of your arrest, correct?
I wasn't aware of marijuana, but I guess if you have the paperwork.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that. I think you've just forgotten. And there was a firearm found in your home.
Yes, that was my roommate's son. Yes.
And, well, possessing a firearm, whether it's yours or not,
Yes.
is a crime if you're a felon.
Yes.
A serious crime,
Yes.
potentially a federal crime.
Yes.
All right. So, we're going to get back to that, but I want to go now. So you're arrested on April 26th. You don't know yet about the firearm. You said you've forgotten about the marijuana, but you don't know about the firearm. You just know you were brought in on driving on a revoked license.
Yes.
The next day, Detective O'Driscoll and Detective Maynard show up to talk to you. April 27th, 2023.
Yes, it was the next day. Yeah.
All right. And at that time, you didn't know why they were there,
No, I had no idea.
but they told you, hey, we searched your place and we found a gun under your bed, correct?
Yes.
And they tell you your drug court is in jeopardy. You could be violated.
Yes.
And if you're violated and you go back and be sentenced on your 2 first-degree felonies and your third-degree felony, you are looking at 2 5-to-life prison sentences and 1 0-to-5 prison sentence potentially.
Yes.
And the court could choose to run those consecutive, which means you do 1 5-to-life, then you do a second 5-to-life, and then you do your 0-to-5. That's a possibility.
Yes.
So you were potentially looking at a long sentence if you were violated in drug court.
Yes.
Yeah, I would guess that 5 to life would be closer to life than 5 with
Yeah.
all her priors.
Yeah, especially, and they gave her a chance in drug court.
Yeah.
But in that very first meeting, Detective O'Driscoll and Detective Maynard say, hey, we're not here to jam you up, though. We want to talk to you.
I don't recall the exact words, but yes, they were there to talk to me.
And if those weren't the exact words, it was words to, we don't want you to get in more trouble. We want to talk to you. Words to that effect?
Yes.
All right. And that's when they tell you that they think Kouri Richins poisoned her husband, Eric Richins, and they think that she killed him.
I don't think that was their exact words.
All right. Well, I'm not necessarily using their exact words, but they give you that information.
Yes.
All right. And that he died of a fentanyl overdose.
Yes, they did inform me that he died of an overdose.
And that was the first time you'd heard that. True?
From the officer, yes.
Well, from anyone, that he died of an overdose.
No. One of Doreen's workers were driving down the road. It was Nancy. She had yelled out the window. She's like, Eric died of an overdose. And that's when I had made the phone call to Kouri asking if, please tell me those weren't for him.
Okay. You never told the officers that story, did you?
Not until later, I don't think.
Well, not in these 7 interviews, correct?
Yeah, correct.
All right. In fact, what you tell them is you don't use fentanyl, correct?
Yes.
And you tell them meth, heroin, maybe a few oxys here and there, but I literally never dealt with fentanyl.
Correct.
That's true. Wasn't it?
Yes, correct.
Okay. One reason you didn't deal with fentanyl is you had a daughter who had some problems with fentanyl.
I had a daughter, a couple of
You
daughters.
have a daughter, I'm sorry. You should not past tense. You
Yeah,
still have
no,
your daughter.
she is doing great.
Yes, and I'm happy to hear that. But she had a problem with fentanyl.
She had a problem with heroin and it turned into fentanyl, yes.
Did you tell them she overdosed? I know she survived, but she overdosed, right?
My daughter has overdosed a couple times.
All right. So fentanyl scared you.
Absolutely.
All right. But they tell you, hey, it's okay. You're not going to get any new charges until we push the button, correct?
Objection, Your Honor. Foundation on push the button.
Sustained. I don't know what that means, Ms. Lewis.
Well, why don't you let's look at the April 27th interview that we pulled up there
In the book?
in the book.
Or
Yes.
You can pull it up.
No, we're going to use the book. We're going to old school on these interviews. There's
Oh my
too many
gosh.
pages to ask
And
for.
where do I got to go to?
To find them all.
You can help her, Ms. Lewis.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Find me, right?
Let's go to the first notebook.
Hey, Nick,
Interview 2. No, interview 1.
you want to
Subject
just,
98.
I can start early if you want to take
Yeah.
a nap.
Yes, please. 'Cause
Where's your
I've been up since
timestamp?
4 a.m. Sorry, folks.
No problem. I just felt bad. I was like, I don't want to, startle you because I end up flailing. So I didn't want you to hit your mic
Yeah.
but I will head off here and start my stream up. And then
Yeah.
where are you timestamp wise?
I am at 6:46.
Okay. I will go start my stream up so you can get some rest before your slightly buzz stream.
Yeah. And and my quick appearance on Laid Back Law in an hour.
Yeah.
And she's off. Yeah. So as soon as I see Mo is tuning up, I'm turning in. Oh, sorry, folks. I've been up since 4 a.m. this morning, and it's currently 6 p.m. where I am. I kind of need a nap. So let's see here if we can get Mo up and running. Yeah, you guys over at Rumble and at X, you need to tune in at Mo in the Deep End over at YouTube to get the rest of the stream. But what I'm going to do is send you off with Santa Claus and Sailor Mo. See you in a bit.